We're live. We're live.
And we're live.
I don't have no. This doesn't have a ducking thing. This is like nothing fancy. It's like
Yeah.
it's supposed to be a mixer that you could just like plug and play.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just to get like better, just to try and get a little bit better audio when I do my streams. Nothing crazy.
Nice.
And
Yeah, guys, welcome to Dalton's podcast setup. We have officially gone from lo-fi to medium-fi.
yeah, let's see.
Soon to be in the Billionaire Podcast studio, probably in
yes,
Austin, Texas.
the Billionaire Podcast Network. Here we go. There we go. So it still is not coming through that loud, the soundboard, but it is. I got it up and running. Lily Abernathy sent it to me probably a year ago, and we used it at first. I don't know. I guess it's because I just don't. I'm not Kai Cenat. I'm not I Show Speed.
Actually, you are Kai Cenat and I Show Speed. You just haven't got enough money to hire somebody yet to do that for you, like
so.
they do.
Yeah, because if I like,
look, if you're a Jewish producer that listens to the show that wants to be Dalton's Jamie, reach out to us.
That may be like the one thing I have to relent on when it comes to like using AI, like outsourcing my brain to AI, is just asking ChatGPT, how do I? Can you? I guess just asking you, like, can you set up this OBS for me?
So I know that you don't want to get into AI and stuff, but what I will do is literally say to ChatGPT.
Hold on, our guest is here.
Oh,
here. Hello,
Josie.
Hello. Welcome to the show.
Are you dressed as Osama bin Laden?
Yes.
Nice.
I figured I would get into a little cosplay tonight. I thought you might have something prepared for us.
I didn't know we were going to be in World War III today, so I've just got this mat blanket. That's it. That's all I've got.
I'm in my bunker. I'm in my Osama bin Laden outfit. So yeah.
Hell yeah.
I'm dressed up as Dalton Been Eaten.
Hell yeah.
Because I gained weight.
So Dalton, Josie, Dalton, I know you guys have been in each other's DMs, and I've been harassing Josie on Twitter. Most of the fans know who she is. She's a up-and-coming Philly comic.
Thank you.
Cosplayer.
Yeah.
IG bikini model.
I wouldn't say that.
Tony Hawk / Kill Tony viral video performer. Josie, everybody. The Italian stallion from Philly, right?
Yeah. Hi. Yeah. Nice to be here. I'm sorry that I missed it last time. I feel bad. That was my bad, but I'm here now.
No worries. So you're you're from Philadelphia. You live in Philly now?
I live in Philly now. I'm actually originally from Maryland, but whenever people ask me where I'm from, it feels right. Philly feels right. So even when I move out of here, I'm going to still say I'm from Philly. Okay. Some people are mad about that. Some people are like, you can't claim Philly, but I fucking did. So.
How long have you been there?
You can write your own story.
Exactly. I've been there a little over 3 years now. I didn't care about Maryland the way that I do Philly. Like, I didn't care about the sports teams or anything like that. I didn't really feel that attached to it. But then I moved to Philly and I was like, oh, this is home. Okay.
Yeah, I lived in like South Attleboro. It was like it's a Massachusetts on the Rhode Island border, and everybody I met just was like, "Oh, it's Boston Dave," and I was like, "I'm 45 minutes from Boston, but I guess I'm Boston Dave." And then people from Boston would be like, "How come you keep claiming Boston?" And I was like, "Have you heard my voice? Like, I can't get away from it, so I'm just gonna claim it. That's the only sports teams we have."
Yeah.
So I feel that Philly's pretty intense, though.
I love it. I love it. I think that's why it like stuck me in just immediately. Because especially about like sports, I didn't give a fuck about the Ravens or the Orioles. It was exciting when they were doing well because like everybody else was in a good mood. But like then I moved to Philly and I'm like, oh no, I actually like care about the Eagles and the Phillies, and the Sixers and Flyers have been disappointing since I've been here. But the Eagles and the Phillies have been pretty cool. So
what is there to do in Philadelphia? They got a pinball arcade.
we got a lot, dude. We got the country was born here. What are you talking about?
You can do crystal meth.
Yeah,
fentanyl.
We prefer trank. Thank you.
Okay, trank. Yeah, you guys are cutting edge when it comes to drugs. Yeah.
We got like 100 different ways for you to fall asleep. It's awesome.
You can do pretty much anything you want, but climb a light pole in Philly.
Yeah, and you know what?
That's where they cut the line.
Exactly.
You ever go bowling? Y'all got bowling?
You can go bowling. We got some mini golf. We've got the history tours, which are my personal favorite. You can walk down Ben Franklin Parkway and just see all the flags.
Have you ever licked the Liberty Bell?
I haven't. I want to. It is on my bucket list.
Is that a Philadelphia thing, to lick the Liberty Bell?
No, they don't let you touch it, but I would like to lick it.
Haven't you seen that show with your co-host Robbie, How I Met Your Mother, where Barney and Ted go and they lick the Liberty Bell?
I watched it. I would see it here and there when it would come on, but it was never something I was like too into, I guess.
Yeah.
Good show.
It always made me feel kind of sad because like I just never had like a tight crew of friends like that.
You said never, like you're dead. It could still happen.
But yeah, that's why you watch the show, because it's kind of like this. It's friends symbiote.
I always had that feeling. Like I would watch sitcoms growing up and just get this feeling of like profound sadness that my life was not like Boy Meets World.
Did you not have parents?
I have parents. Okay. I have very loving, amazing parents.
Oh, then you're fine.
But it's just I just like spent almost all of my time just like in my room playing video games, and then
Dalton's been listening to a lot of Jelly Roll lately. So
and then I would just like experience life through, I guess, like sitcoms and be like, oh, so this is like how people actually live. I'm not living this way, but maybe
But like your parents were like nice and supportive, and like the reason you weren't living in that way was because you were just in the house.
Yeah, I guess I just was. I mean, maybe it's generational. Like I grew up in a time when everybody had video games, and we're starting to not spend too much time in public places. I don't know. I was also just like kind of very withdrawn. I guess like by senior year of high school, I was like going to places and drinking beers, and I guess I would try to talk to girls, but they were never like too fond of like talking to me.
Yeah, but that's what gives you a personality in adulthood. You're not supposed to. Anybody that got laid in high school, like easily, didn't turn out to be an interesting person. Everybody I know that's interesting is a late bloomer.
Yeah, it didn't come easy for me. I had to take it. No, I'm just judging. I'm just joking.
I never watched sitcoms thinking.
I don't know if you meant that in like a rape way or like you were taking.
I think he did. It was
no. I just found out that you could just go online and find a website where you could arrange a meeting to pay for it.
Yeah. So what are you moping about? Oh, I grew up in the age of.
I'm not moping about it. No, I'm just saying that those kinds of sitcoms where it was like friends growing together and like I guess like finding meaning in their lives.
Yeah.
I guess they always were so saccharine to me. They kind of made me feel sick. Whereas like shows like Seinfeld or Sunny in Philadelphia, because it was just like bad people who never learn anything, I always was like, oh, this is like more this is like who I am.
Yeah.
I never thought that sitcoms were meant to be related to. I grew up on like the Brady Bunch and the Cosby Show, and I never thought that's what my family's supposed to be like. I just thought this is entertainment and we're going to learn a lesson, and I'll try to bring that to my family. But
that's sweet.
Right.
So it's like different. But I was older when like Friends came out, so I was like, oh, this is just entertainment. And
how old are both of you?
I'm 50. So I'm old man. Yeah.
You have good skin for 50.
I'm Mediterranean. Thank you.
So am I, but I need Botox like this year.
Oh, no, don't start that stuff. Lots of olive oil. You got to drink lots of olive oil.
You got to drink olive oil?
I have like a liter of olive oil like a week, like in all my food. It's so good for you.
do you drink it or do you just cook with it?
I cook with it, but you could drink it if you wanted to.
I
You
don't
just
think
need a lot of olive oil. That's the secret.
it's an oil. That's not. You shouldn't.
Yeah.
I gotta lose weight
Strong
before I
like
start
bull.
drinking oil. That's crazy.
No, you don't drink oil, but olive oil is not a bad fat for you. It's good for your skin, your joints, and everything.
I use it
Yeah.
in everything, but yeah, I'm trying to avoid Botox as much as I can because I just know I'm gonna get it and look weird.
Yeah, don't do fillers. You know it doesn't ever leave.
I've
It
done
just-
fillers. That's
Oh,
bullshit,
it just
though, 'cause
stays
it
in
does
there. Have you
It's
seen
gone.
those cat ladies?
I've seen the
No,
cat
it
ladies, but they're different.
distributes, but it's still in there somewhere.
Nah, people have said that. And like I got filler in November of 2021. And now currently in people used to say it takes like 6 months to leave. That was bullshit because I definitely had it and could notice it until like January or February of this year.
I'm waiting for the chat to be like, I'd fill her.
What is? Don't say that. Dude. Don't be.
Okay, I'm sorry. Not me. I'm not thinking that. I
You
was
did
thinking
think
the
that you
chat
could
was
say it
going to
out
say
loud.
that.
so uncouth.
You've never worked in a Mediterranean restaurant. We can't help ourselves, all right?
No, I worked at.
It's
a
part of my
Subway.
culture. Don't.
I don't see anything in the chat. Is there a chat?
There is a chat.
Yeah, there is a chat. Are you on
they
your
did-
phone?
They
I'm
did
not.
give.
I'm on my laptop.
Okay,
they did give me
good.
money. They
You
want me
should
to
be
play.
able to open up if you open up the side. There should. Oh, you have to log into.
They want me to
YouTube,
play
that's why.
songs.
Mm.
Robbie's third cousin wants to hear a song. Wants to play. Sometimes we just do like FM radio DJ stuff here and play
Yeah.
songs. People will just like give money to request songs.
That
It's been a
rules.
while.
Yeah, so and then we have to react to them.
We'll put that in the queue. That's
Yeah.
queued up.
So, top of the show here, Josie. You have
top
anything
of the
you
show
want
to you.
to promote? Let everybody know. I know that we've been trying to get people to go over to your IG and your Twitter.
I mean, I appreciate that. Yeah, you can find me on any social media, just at Josie Marcellino. That's what all the handles are. I hopefully we'll have a podcast very, very soon. I'm shooting a test episode this week. So as long as that doesn't suck, that will become a regular thing. So that would be very fun.
And that's going to be you and your father. Is that correct?
That is, yeah, as long as that doesn't suck. Some people are saying that might be a terrible idea, but hopefully not.
What's your dad do? Is he single?
No, he's married to my hot mom, so that's fun.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Hey, let's pull up pictures of your hot mom. Let's see what you're going to turn
We don't
into,
have to do
Josie.
that.
Yeah,
I'm
guys.
not gonna look like my mom. I'm the spitting image of my father, so I'm gonna turn
Okay,
into
let's pull up pictures of your hot dad. Chat, get
he
on
was
that.
hot when he was young. He looked just like me.
The
but with a
spitting
beard.
image of your dad and the swallowing image of your mom, folks.
Hey.
Hey.
So what are your
Wow, what up, Tarifagodian?
so wait, Josie? So what do your parents do? Like, what was it like growing up?
My mom is a radio DJ, still is, has been my whole life. And then my dad just works in IT and hates his existence every time he goes in and does that. But yeah, that's how they met. Was she was giving away tickets on the radio to a show, and my dad was the lucky caller that called in and won. So that was
wow, that's like a meet cute, like from
Yeah.
a movie.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
adorable.
That's nice. So your mom
Her
worked-
mother is Meg Ryan.
No, that's
I think I'm too young to know who Meg Ryan is.
you never seen.
She
When
was like
Harry
in all
Met
those
Sally?
stupid Tom Hanks. Oh wait, I'm thinking of
The Tom
Sally
Hanks one
Field.
was "You've Got Mail."
Yeah, they were in a couple of them together.
Meg
yeah.
Ryan's probably like most famous for When Harry Met Sally with
Was
Billy
she the
Crystal.
volleyball in Castaway?
Yes,
Yes,
that's who.
yeah,
Yeah, she's a little
nailed
bit
it.
older then.
Yeah.
You should check out When Harry Met Sally. Is probably like it's a really interesting movie because like if you've seen rom-coms
Mhm.
after that movie came out, it's like a weird movie to go like to watch for the first time because you go, this is like so derivative, but then it's like, oh no, this created all the tropes. Like all these like rom-com movies that have come out since then are like influenced by this movie. So all this stuff is actually happening for the first time.
Gotcha.
Was that Rob Reiner who did that?
Yes, that's a
Yeah,
Rob Reiner picture.
As much as I hate his Twitter presence, he crushed movies, dude.
He had an
crushed so
amazing
many. He
run.
had such a run, dude.
Yeah, he had an incredible run. Spinal Tap, When Harry Met Sally. What else did he do?
Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings.
Yeah,
he did
I
Lord of
don't
the Rings.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's probably like what Meg Ryan is most known for, because she did she faked the orgasm.
The orgasm in the deli, Carnegie.
If you go to
I've
Katz's
seen that
Deli,
Yeah.
if you go to Katz's Deli, they have like a designated booth that's like the booth where she faked having an orgasm, and they have
That's
a sign that
fun.
says, "I hope you had what she had," and it's a $27 pastrami sandwich.
That's
Yeah.
Which actually I would say is worth it given the
I
quality
think-
of meat.
So you're saying that Rob Reiner kind of set that up with the Jews in the beginning so they could sell $27.
Rob
Sandwich.
Reiner, I get,
Yeah.
Reiner, sure.
It makes sense.
Carl
We're answering the
Reiner's
JQ
fun,
today. The When Harry Met Sally JQ.
Yeah. So okay, so what? Your mom? So your dad works in Italian technologies.
Mm-hmm.
And,
Italian technology, dude. He's like, yeah. IT is Italian technology.
Italian technologies.
Goddamn right.
He's putting spices in sauces. You know.
Yeah.
He's right. He's got a notebook that he's writing it down in.
He builds.
We're up to some pretty cool stuff, the
Yeah.
iPals. We got big things coming.
They're gonna put a pasta on the moon any day now.
Mm-hmm.
And so wait, your mom isn't like, is she an FM DJ?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And what does FM stand for?
Fuck me, I don't know.
I got an Italian question for you. I asked this on Twitter the other day, but
Hold on.
not to interrupt, but I have an Italian question when we get a second.
Well, I just figured, Josie,
All right.
since you grew up kind of in the industry, your mom works. You might know what FM stands for, because I don't.
I should know what FM stands for because I have a degree in electronic media. So I should know because I did have to take
It's
several.
one of the
radio
frequencies, right? Of the
It is
two
one of
terrestrials.
Hold on. I don't like.
That's what
I
it
don't,
stands for.
You know what I don't. You know what really chaps my buns
What?
is when you Google something now, like
You get the AI version,
folks,
Gemini AI.
here we go. This is get ready for a
Dalton's rant. Yeah,
Get ready for a
Dalton
rant,
is the
folks.
old man actually
Well,
on the
it
show.
was like,
I'm the young hip guy that uses
I mean,
Riz.
here's the thing that's frustrating is
And
like when
lit.
I was in school. Oh, never mind. I'm not gonna be able to.
Yeah,
Finish
how
this
old are
sentence
you,
now.
Dalton? You didn't even say earlier.
I'm 32 years old. I didn't
Okay.
say no shows no mercy.
All right.
Robbie, Josie,
Robbie's here.
Robbie. I'm sure you guys have run into each other in real life.
We have.
Yeah, we did. It was Dork Court.
Yeah.
First of all, great job, Dave. Less than 15 minutes before you said the Jews, for really no reason.
There's a war going on. How can I not bring it up?
There's a war on.
Yeah.
Second, IT phone home. I was thinking.
Yeah.
Christ.
So I posted this question on Twitter
The
last
Italian
week.
terrestrial.
I think FM stands for fucking Moulignan.
Josie,
It
what
stands for
percentage of
frequency
Italians?
modulation radio broadcasting.
What is it? Frequency modulation?
Modulation.
Yeah.
So
what's AM?
AM is
Anthony Cumia.
Frequency
Anthony-
modulation in the morning.
amplitude modulation.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's science. I was just gonna say, like, when I was in school, there was a lot of like the teachers would emphasize like actually doing research. So like when they would assign like a research paper, when I was in school, it was always like you can't use Wikipedia as a source. You have to actually find articles, like real peer-reviewed articles. But it's like now it seems like, I guess, like all the sites you would use to just search for things front load everything with like AI overviews, where it's like now you don't even get to. Now it's like Wikipedia is too much work.
Yeah.
You just have the AI overview, and I'm lazy, so like I'll see the overview and read it, and I have to like force myself to actually go further and actually at least look at the Wikipedia article, because I can't trust the AI yet.
Well,
It feels like we used to have AM and FM back in my day, and now we just have AI.
That's a really
True.
good point.
And we used to
Yeah,
have
good point.
flavored coffee.
Yeah.
And white guys didn't used to talk so black.
If you use ChatGPT, it does after every paragraph give you all the sources, and you can set it up so all the sources drop down on the right-hand side, so then you can click and read the articles.
Right.
If you use Chat GPT, you're a fucking retard.
I'm a retard then.
More like
I'm a retard.
Chat
So
GP
it makes
reread.
work so
I
much
do also
easier
use-
to
I also
write
use-
emails to
Robbie
bullshit
uses
people.
it for like the most girl reason I've ever heard, which is like,
Oh, I gotta hear
emotional
this.
support. Robbie's like talking to ChatGPT, like, "How do I get over my breakup?" And
Yeah, I did, and I did do
Did
that.
it work?
No, I mean
I asked
it
it
was
about the
nice to
Jews.
talk. It was the robot was very nice and
You
understanding.
had a real.
of-
You should just grow a mustache and do the real, like the her thing.
Yeah.
You're working on your her bit.
I think it basically told me to paint my news story or something like that.
feel the rain on your skin.
Right. Feel the pain on your skin. No one else can kill the Batman. Only you can let him in.
Oh, this is Dan Mullen wants to watch the Weird Al Rambo scene from UHF. I guess
We got lots of content that we
request-
gotta watch.
we
We're
gotta
four
talk
deep.
to
now.
Josie. We got
I don't know if
Josie.
that was
coming up
Well,
to come
the
on
one
show.
I had a couple of questions. So I wanted to name the episode "Josie and Her Pussycat"
no
because she missed the original show because she had
Nope.
an operation where
Good
some stitches
God.
busted.
Okay, so here's the thing that I want to point out. I don't know how in the translation someone thinks I didn't have pussy surgery. They weren't pussy stitches that came
Well,
out.
that's why I have questions. That's why we want to ask. If
I
you're
now
okay.
understand why.
I'm just worried. I want to make sure you're okay. You tweeted about it, so we
fine.
can talk about it.
I'm totally fine, and I've talked
Yeah.
about this publicly. I had I'm fine. I had a tumor. I had an ovarian tumor, not cancerous, that had to come out because it did make me legitimately have a psychotic break. It was a
Yikes.
crazy
Jesus.
fucking.
yeah, same
It
thing
turned you
happened
into
to me.
more of a woman.
It did. It was like
Yeah.
a super period. Yeah, no, it legit made me go insane because it releases. I'm gonna forget the name of the hormone or chemical, but basically, it was a germ cell tumor. And what a germ cell tumor is it's a part of your body that forgets that it's that part of your body, so it starts growing other shit. Like, so this was on my ovary. So instead of
Yikes.
being ovarian cells, it grew hair and teeth
Whoa.
and brain matter. And when it grows brain matter, then your body releases an autoimmune response to attack that, but then it also attacks your real brain, so you go fucking nuts.
So it was growing like a clone in your vagina.
In a weird little way, yeah. So
That's
yeah.
sick,
You know,
dude.
that's
That's
what
pretty
they-
metal, dude.
That's what
It
babies
was fucking
are.
crazy, and I did legit like it was a bad time. But so we got that taken out, and then but once I took that out, I did have an issue where like one of the stitches, I guess, busted like a week after, not even a week. It was a couple of days after the surgery,
Yeah.
which was a dumb decision for me to be like, let me stream on a podcast like 3 days after surgery. But yeah, I guess I don't know if it got caught or what, or if I just moved too suddenly, but like one of the stitches popped and then I was bleeding and I'm like, okay,
You
I have to go back.
snagged your pussy on a door handle.
Not my
Yeah.
pussy. Again, it's over.
So did they tighten it
I
up a little bit for you when they were done?
So I don't know if you know where the ovary is.
We
but it's
don't.
not
It's
in-
somewhere up there. It's,
We do not know where the ovary
it's
is.
I have a scar on my stomach. They go in through your stomach. They don't go up through your sniz.
That's not where I go up through
It's,
when I'm trying to get to the ovaries.
which is fine.
Robbie, you're muted.
I'm muted.
Dave,
Really?
Jesus Christ, man. Dave.
What? Josie's fun. She knows I'm joking around.
That's what you said about every female guest that left early about on this show.
No,
Dude,
those,
Dave is crazy.
Early, I will be genuinely impressed. I have a pretty strong tolerance for whatever the fuck you're gonna throw at me.
All right. Well, Dave Wright has met his match then.
But yeah,
What are you talking about? Everybody, no one has left early because of me. All right. And in fact, everybody that came on the show, I was the one that originally had reached out to them.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, it's
Now-
funny that you reach out to these girls and then you're like, well, so what's your pussy like?
You reach out to them and then you tag me in these.
She
You tag me in
tweeted
this
a,
post where I go, I hope they don't think I'm like this.
you guys are such pussies. Josie's having a great time. You're treating her like she can't handle a couple of razzes about her pussy. She's
I'm not saying
fine.
she can't. I'm saying
She's
I'm
a
like,
strong, powerful
Robbie
Italian
I'm the
woman.
one who's I'm the Southern Belle who's offended over here. I'm like,
I'll be
Jesus.
honest. I can't on Twitter. I can't tell the difference between the three of you. I do assume that you're all the same person, and I think I even said that to you, Robbie. Or some, I don't know. I said it to somebody that I was talking to with the Crackamico thing. I was like, "Haven't I been talking to you about doing this stream?"
Oh yeah, you thought I was Dave.
Had no idea who you were. So I am
So
sorry.
that's yeah, it's all right. I'm not Dave Wright.
That's cool.
I pride myself on that.
Sounds like that mass in her ovary just got taken out. Like Trump took out a nuclear facility.
Yeah,
Well,
can we all say
just
war
cut it
fucking
out.
sucks and I'm
Dennis
freaking sick of
Miller
the
over
goddamn
here.
government?
Yeah,
Do
War's
what?
guy.
Everybody
Yeah, this is so
talks at
dumb.
once.
I don't like war.
No, what is it good for?
I'm against war.
Yeah. war's
Josie,
bad.
do you have any pets? And if so, what's their name? The wrong there. He said, and then shout out that name.
I don't have any pets. It's embarrassing. I'm 30 and I do have multiple stuffed animals on my bed right now, but that's about the closest thing I've got.
Do you have a Labubu?
We just got done saying that we weren't going to talk about my fucking pussy. That's crazy. No, I have no idea what that is.
I don't either.
I guess it's like the new Stanley Cup or Funko Pop. It's like a
It's like the new Beanie Baby.
yeah. It's like you know how like every few months, like it seems like there's something happens where like I guess like it's like a something is either marketed to women or women glom onto it. But I've been seeing like more and more of these videos of like it seems like it's all women who are going nuts over these Labubus, which is like a
Hey, Laboo.
hey Labubu. It's like a I don't know how to describe
That's
it.
more
It's just-
sexist than my vagina question.
No, it's just like
It's probably gay guys too.
No, everyone's into Laboobos.
Yeah.
I guess
I've never heard of a
Labubu.
Labubu.
Labubus are sweeping the globe. It's a global phenomenon. The Labubu craze.
I'm gonna put
watched-
Labubu into my
Aw.
search engine right now.
Cheesesteak.
Can I
Is
bring
that a
up
hot
one?
dog? Oh, it's a Philly
It's a Philly
cheesesteak.
cheesesteak.
That's so cute.
It's an anthropomorphized Philly cheesesteak. I like
Yeah.
I
that.
also
It's-
have the SEPTA bus, which runs in Philadelphia, because I do have
Wait.
Asperger's, so I love this.
Are those all like all over your bed and all over your like shelves and stuff in your room?
Well, okay, I have a big like ottoman that they're all in my room, and then I have a few on my bed. So yeah, I have that. I have the bus. I have the Philly Fanatic. I have a little teddy bear. I have this stuffed mega colon from the Mutter Museum in Philly.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah,
That's a colon.
it's a colon. It's
Yeah.
it's an exact replica plus a face of some dude's colon that's in the Mutter Museum. It was giant. So yeah, I have that, and I have this passion fruit pillow that's just nice to lean on.
Passion fruit's one of them fruits that looks cool. It has a cool name, and it's very underwhelming when you.
Oh, I
eat it.
love it.
You like passion fruit?
Yeah, it's nice and like sour, but it's like really good as a juice. It's nice.
I don't think I've ever had
I'll
passion fruit.
I'll drink a Sobe passion fruit for sure, but there's like passion fruits and dragon fruits.
Dragon fruit's underwhelming.
I don't
Dragon
think I've
fruit,
had
yeah.
dragon fruit either.
Yeah,
They
they,
If I get the pomegranate, I get somebody else to do it. I pay like a white dude to put them all in a cup for you or whatever. You ever have a pomegranate and have to do it from scratch?
yeah.
It's not
It's such
worth
a
it.
pain in the ass. It's not
Yeah,
even worth
I
it.
pay the extra money to get Caleb or whatever from Whole Foods to put it into a jar for me. That's much better.
Wait,
So,
you have
I have a
four.
question for you.
What?
So okay, I don't know if you know this, but I unfortunately am on Reddit, and I follow the Legion of Skanks subreddit, and there
Okay.
is a guy who's mostly obsessed with Lev fur in a way that I don't understand. Like really obsessed with him, like, and is constantly just like, look at this fat specimen, the best comic in New York. And like, he's weird. He's like into the fact, like, he calls out Lev's weight, but then he also is like, he's the greatest comedian to ever live. I thought it was Lev for the longest time.
Yeah.
And I realized, like, oh no, like, this isn't him doing a bit. Like, this is like a guy that I think has like some sort of mental health issue. But he's also posted about you. He's
Yes.
also posted screenshots of you and said stuff. And then the other day he like photoshopped Lev's head onto my body I don't know why. It was very weird.
Send me that picture.
That is so mean. Can I see
It's
that?
up there on Reddit. It's very recent.
I stopped looking at the Legion of Skanks subreddit because when I was like, because there was a time when I was like posted about on there kind of often, semi frequently, and it was always like it was always like driving me crazy.
Why? Like, why did they?
Because I was in that world for a while. Like I have my own sordid backstory that's led me to where I am now. But there was a time when I was seemingly the darling of the Gas Digital universe, but then like with that, there was a lot of people that I honestly I guess like those kinds of people, those kinds of fans, where they like you or hate you.
I was
it seems like they hate you. Like going on that subreddit, I was like,
still bring me up all the time, even though I haven't been on Legion of Skanks in 3 years. They still bring me up as the worst guest, and like
No, Enzo
constantly bring me up.
Enzo was the worst guest ever.
I'm always posted about, but it's like they also I'm like, why are you guys still mad at me? I'm not even on any Gas Digital things anymore, really.
Yeah, we don't really cross paths with Lewis and them too much these days.
It becomes a bit at some point. I don't think people really hate you. I think it's
amazed that
become its own entity of a bit, and it's just funny for them to say.
There's also
I
a
don't
lot
think
of
they really hate you.
there's a lot of the Lev Fur thing. I think there's just a lot of schizos on there. That's just
I do think like legit has some sort of like concerning mental health thing.
I mean, there's definitely something wrong with him if his favorite comedian is Lev Fur.
Yeah.
It's weird though, like he's I don't understand it, because at first it was like, is he just like making fun of Lev? But then it like it's hard to read. It's like I don't know if he hates him or he really loves him. Like it's
so Robbie here and myself, we had a podcast for a little while that we recorded. I guess we were like an auxiliary partner of Gas Digital, where we weren't on the network, but we recorded.
We were the Killer Bees to their Wu-Tang Clan.
We were the that is, yes,
that's what
exactly.
people were saying on Reddit, at least.
And we got a lot of that where people would post about us in our show where we were like, I don't know if they like us or hate us. Like these people are so bad at articulating themselves that it just seems like they all hate us.
Yeah, we're not even card-carrying members of the Wu-Tang Clan.
We're just Killer Bees. We're not even card-carrying members.
Yes.
The Gas Digital has been very nice to me so far.
That's
so
good.
I don't know if I don't think that's a permanent thing. I think eventually they will come to not like me, and I'll get on somebody's nerves, and it'll be all downhill from there.
Well,
Killer Bees means something different in Philly, right?
There's really only one trap you have to avoid, and it would be dating Lewis and letting him give you a podcast.
1,000 things would have to go wrong in my life before I started dating Louis J. Gomez.
It's like literally the one thing you could do that would draw the ire of the Gas Digital subscribers is if you started dating Lewis and then like a week or two after y'all like officially are dating, you have a podcast on the network.
They only react to girls two ways: with the utmost hatred, or they imagine that they're your boy, that they do girlfriend parasocial.
Okay. I haven't gotten a lot of that, but everybody's been very nice so far. So I'm like, all right.
In the chat,
didn't you go on a tour with Lewis and Naeem?
Oh, I was talking about the commenters and chats. The people at Gas Digital are are cool.
I mean the people that are following. Like I keep hearing like the fans love you, and I'm like, that's so. Why? I don't get it.
That's the one thing about Gas Digital is they are too reactive to the fans. But congratulations, that's good.
Well, we got a super chat. Ian, $5 says first got to issue another. Come on, Dave. Secondly, just want to plug Holy Coast in the new music. Yeah, Ian is the guitarist and singer, lead singer. I believe he's the lead singer. Yeah, the guitarist and lead singer for the rock and roll music band Holy Coast. So go check them out. Their new album's dropping soon.
They've been releasing song by song. I said we might play something on the show tonight if I remembered, but I knew it was going to be hectic when we first started.
What does this mean? This is Drew. I want to hair off with Josie. Almost Heroes Gate scene. My hair is so far above hers in hair levels. It's crazy. Shout out Sumo Dog. If Squeeze's dog, does this hoe like dogs?
I think he's saying his long hair versus Josie's hair. He wants to have like a hair
He
competition.
probably has better hair than me. I don't really take care of my hair.
I think you have nice hair. You have nice Italian hair.
I grew it
It's
myself.
very spaghetti-like.
Yeah, that's
What do you?
Yeah.
What kind of shampoo do you use?
herbal essences. I use drugstore shit. I don't.
Herbal S. That's a good one. I
It's
use
not.
Damn,
Old
Josie,
Spice.
you Philly as hell.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I have like an Old Spice. It's like a big one with a pump on it, and it has a picture of like an octopus on it, and it's called Kraken Guard.
I have an Ice
Probably
Spice.
a picture of a kraken on it. No.
Oh yeah, I guess it's a
Dude,
Kraken.
I
Yeah,
don't
guess
even
it's-
use soap, and if I do, it's literally olive oil soap.
That's
I'm not joking.
Hey, viewer. All right, whatever. That's not the craziest
Fine.
thing I said.
What were you trying to say a few minutes ago, Dave? We kept cutting you off. You
I don't remember anymore.
Cool.
What?
Oh,
something around the whole dating Lewis thing.
Oh, didn't you and Lewis and Naeem like go do a mini tour or something? Didn't you do a couple shows, the three of you together or something? I thought you were on the
No,
road
I
with
was on,
Lewis or something.
Back when it was Lewis and Zach, me and Naeem were both guests. And
I
Naeem
thought-
has gone and opened.
Oh,
for
I
Lewis
thought you
twice.
ran into Lewis or something, maybe at a show, maybe in Austin. I thought that maybe the three of you went out there or something.
No, I opened
Yeah.
for Lewis in Canada earlier this year, and Naeem
Oh, maybe
was
that's what it
twice.
was. Yeah.
oh, Canada.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that you went on the road, and you were on rap right around that same time.
Yeah.
And so everybody was like, "Oh, Josie's going to be in Jamaica soon." So,
Which I actually legit just flew back from Jamaica today, but not with him, with my mom. So
oh yeah, nice.
Oh.
yeah.
How was it?
It was really nice. It was. I wouldn't go there 12 times with like 8 different women, me personally. But it was
Why?
pretty nice.
Why do you
Oh,
go
but
so
look, that's what we could talk about. So let's talk about how you like women, Josie. You've mentioned this a couple times on
Oh,
Twitter.
come
This is what the fans want to know about.
Okay. I do like women, and I'm bisexual, and that means that.
I had said that this is such a nice, sweet little Catholic girl, and then you responded, "I once had sex in a Burger King bathroom with a woman."
I don't think it
something
said
like that?
Burger King bathroom, but yeah, no, I have had sex in a public restroom with a woman, so I am a nice Catholic girl. 2 things can exist at the same time.
Yeah, I
Wow.
immediately just thought of the Humpty Dance.
You and Natalie would make a
R.I.P.
great
to
lesbian
Tupac.
couple.
Who's Natalie?
The Gas Digital girl.
Oh, Blind Mike.
Oh yeah, her and Gay. No, those two are definitely. We ship that, don't we, Josie?
They're
Those
made
two
for
together.
each other. But
Yeah.
like a bunch of people tell me when I've gone on the shows, I've read the comments, and a lot of people are like, "Is this Natalie's sister?" And I'm like,
Because you guys have similar voices.
How do how do 2 women have sex?
"Have you never seen porn, my guy?"
No, but it's like what are women?
Oh, he's seen it.
It's like I've heard this before. I've heard like I've known bisexual women and lesbian women, and they say they have like sex with other women. But I'm like,
Yeah.
what is happening that you think is sex?
Orgasms usually.
It's a mental connection, sex, really, Dalton. It's all mental.
No,
I
I,
guess.
I disagree with that. No,
I
it's
don't know.
you eat pussy and you can scissor sometimes if you want, if you're into that thing.
Yeah, but I guess that would amount to like if it was like a guy and a girl, that's just foreplay, or it's gay. It's actually gay if you're like Sopranos rules. You're not supposed to do that. But
I live my life by Sopranos rules.
I live my life. Yeah.
True.
So what did you have to get up like? Did they have like a big countertop or something you could sit on or something?
All right.
Doesn't seem like. No, I'm just trying to think of the logistics here. How I would eat a woman's pussy in a bathroom seems like a very difficult thing. Maybe she could bend over and then I could get in there, or I would have to put her on a counter and get below her.
Okay.
Put her on the baby changing station.
But I'm picturing 2 5'4" people trying to pull this off now.
You pull down that little
you
twist
put her on the
knob
baby
that,
thing and you pick the legs up like you're gonna change the
twist the knob on
diapers.
that thing that's got a picture of a
Koala
koala
care,
on it.
my guy.
You put her on the koala
care.
care. Okay, yes, that
Yeah.
makes sense.
Nah, use the handicap. Go in the handicap stall anywhere, and handicap. They have the reinforcement
Oh,
bars.
you hang them up on the hook,
That's not
and
what
then
I
you
do,
put
but
the
could do
legs
that,
on your
sure.
shoulders.
Experiment with it. If you want it bad enough, you'll make it happen.
What if there's a handicap guy outside? We're like, let me in, please.
Well, if they're that handicapped, they should be wearing a diaper. That's how I view that.
That's interesting. So you went into the handicap stall. I wouldn't have thought that. So it wasn't I was picturing a one-on-one, like, nice bathroom, like in a high-end restaurant with flowers and scents, maybe a couch in there.
No,
But this was a
single
Walmart bathroom with
guy
like
that
multiple
gives you
stalls, and you're in the handicap stall.
You can picture whatever you want to picture. How about that?
Yeah, it must have been a very beautiful lady. I'm happy that you were able to experience that.
My
Josie.
ex-wife was not very adventurous sexually. We'd always have to fuck in her pigsty.
Are you divorced?
No.
No, this
I
is
just love doing ex-wife jokes.
Somehow that's sad.
You should get married and divorced just for the jokes, right?
No, it's funnier if I've never had, because I'm not talking about, it's complete nonsense. That's why
It's
it's
fictional character.
It's
Yeah.
nonsense boomer material.
That is good.
So Josie, your dad won a contest, and the radio station gave your mom away to your dad. Was she? So wait, your mom was.
Yeah. Wait, what contest did he win? Did he eat the most pasta or something?
Was this an Indian radio station?
It wasn't a contest. Okay, you know
We
how
will
like
be arranging one marriage with our most beautiful DJ.
You're listening to 97.9 The Eagle. It's the female giveaway.
did you just say 97.9?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's very funny because that is what the station was.
Wow.
Oh,
Yeah, it was 98 Rock was what they called it, but it was 97.9. It's the station in Baltimore. It's the rock station, and yeah, she was just part
Hey,
of it.
welcome back to 97.9, the Ravens.
There you go. Those are all words.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, she was filling in that day because she was part-time, and they were doing a giveaway for tickets to see the band Extreme. It was tickets to their concert and then also a meet and greet with the band. And my dad called in, was lucky caller number 9, and he won the tickets. And my mom was on the radio, and my dad's name is Mick, and my mom's obsessed with Mick Jagger and the Rolling Stones. So she was already like, oh my God, this is so fun. And then she was working the day of the meet and greet. So she was working the day that Extreme was like in the radio station up in the penthouse. And she was not supposed to sneak up there, but she really wanted to meet the band. So during one of the commercial breaks, she just like ran up to the penthouse and like snuck in to meet them. And she saw my dad, who was a very handsome man at the time. And he's very charismatic. He's very funny. So he was like making the whole room laugh. And she was just like, I saw him and I was like, that's the guy for me. And he had a live-in girlfriend at the time.
Wow.
Very much
Whoa. Very Italian.
Man,
Yeah,
sounds like you had more than words for her.
Hey, how would you like to be my gumar?
she approached him. So she like called him, I guess.
That was an impression of
after.
your mom, though, actually.
Oh, I know. Yeah, you nailed it. You nailed it.
Hey, it's me, the most beautiful woman in Baltimore. You want to go out?
She's
Come
Irish.
on.
She's the Irish girl.
Oh, no wonder she loved Mick.
Yeah.
Hey, that's a good one.
She was a real. I won't say that.
So that's got, like, not to bring this down or whatever, but when
What does this
your
mean?
parents have such a beautiful, like, meet story like that, like they're meeting one another, does it make difficult dating for you nowadays, like the new system we have versus that romantic story of how they met, that you're comparing like apples to oranges nowadays?
No, that's not what's made dating difficult. That's not
All right.
difficult.
Well, that's the day of that. What happened with your parents kind of seems over now.
I was in
FM
the-
radio contest? Yeah, that's
Yeah, like
Yeah, that's dead.
FM radio. I can't call into an FM radio station anymore. Meet a lovely lady, you know,
Good.
leave
There's
my
people out
live-in
there.
girlfriend for her, and create a cosplay comedian.
There you go.
Child.
How about a Cosby comedian?
I don't even think about dating too much because I'm focused on the bag. So I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm working, you know.
Hell yeah, brother.
Yeah, I'm
Talking
focused on the
work.
bags, so I've been dating a lot.
I'm doing this. I'm gambling on cryptocurrencies. I'm trying to I'm mostly just trying to recover from the crypto.
Yeah, rise and
ChatGPT
grind.
said I should be putting myself out there more.
I agree
Yeah.
with ChatGPT.
Was that?
I said I agree with chat for the first
Thank
time.
you.
Yeah, Robbie, you
Put
should.
yourself
Yeah.
out there more.
I know.
What's the problem? Like, what's the issues with dating nowadays? You can't. What's wrong with it?
Nothing. It's just I
Oh,
don't think
Dave
you
brought
guys.
it up.
I
He
was just
said-
saying.
Well, you ask a girl out for coffee, but the barista, he's wearing a beret, and he gives
I
you a
hate
fucking frappuccino, mochaccino, al pacino.
I hate when I go into a coffee shop and everybody's wearing a beret.
Did you guys end up? I didn't get to. I'm not caught up on Crowder Boys. I'm 2 weeks behind. Did you guys end up doing the?
Yeah, it's
watching
on,
that
the,
bit.
it's on the Patreon.
Yeah,
I
we
think
did
we
like
should,
a scholarly dissection of Dennis Leary's coffee flavored coffee chunk.
I think we should clip that and put it on the regular feed.
Yeah, we probably should. Yeah, because that was really fun.
It was like at the very end of the Patreon, and it was so good. I was like, but who the fuck is to watch it? So
yeah, I kind of miss those days.
yeah,
Yeah, I kind of miss like. I was watching like Bernie Mac clips last night, and I was like,
oh,
yeah, this
he was
is
so good.
yeah, it's like this. We don't have this no more. We got like whatever fucking Theo Vaughn is doing, or
Yeah, we have a lot of comedians who used to hide their egos and now don't.
yeah. But
Get a certain amount of money, you can't hide the ego anymore.
Oh, I think Rodney Dangerfield was great at hiding. He was like, "Oh, I'm ugly, and everyone hates me."
Yeah, you can. I was saying this to somebody today. It's
You don't
hard
have
to
to go
stay.
full Hinch. I
like
mean,
Bill
Tony
Murray.
Hinchcliffe might be the worst perpetrator, being like, "I'm rich, I'm a king."
Yeah, but he's always sort of had like the heel element
Yeah,
to him.
he's always
yeah,
been
he
doing a
seems like
bad
a guy who
Daniel
wears
Tosh.
heels.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's been doing a
yeah,
bad Daniel Tosh.
Yeah, he's a high heel for sure.
Yeah.
Hey, don't you guys are trying to cut up Josie's meal ticket. She's the
Josie, you
she's
were
the
on
Tony
Kill
Hawk.
right?
She's the
I was
Kill
on
Tony
Kill
Hawk
Tony.
2 ago.
But I can't.
Yeah.
I can't call Tony Hinchcliffe my meal ticket. I've been on Kill Tony once over a year ago.
He's gonna get. Yeah, he's gonna give you the. Yeah, he's gonna give you the golden ticket.
Yeah,
one of these times.
David Lucas. Tony is David Lucas's meal ticket.
Yeah,
Mhm. That
He
must,
eats, he eats a lot of food.
eats pretty well.
yeah, that's a pretty big ticket, dude.
Yeah.
But I imagine that's more like a college.
It's more like a receipt,
yeah, it's it's like a card you can swipe.
right?
Santa's list. Yeah.
It
So
must
wait,
have been
so how was-
nerve wracking.
did
That
you-
thing went super viral. You guys have seen Josie's viral clip of her meeting Tony Hawk on Kill Tony.
Hawk to
You mentioned it to me. I don't watch.
She probably doesn't want us to pull it up, and maybe she
I
can
don't
talk
care.
about it.
Let's
But it's
watch it.
one of it's. Yeah, let's watch it.
Yeah, because we kind of came up with an idea, Robbie and I, on our other show, The Crowder Boys. It was me, Robbie, and Craig. We just, without even knowing, I guess this was before Tony Hawk ever went on Kill Tony, but we came up with an idea called Kill Tony Hawk, where you have 1 minute to shred.
That rules.
I didn't like it. I didn't think you did enough grinding.
Gee,
Man, Tony, you know a lot about grinders, huh? Oh no. Oh God. Oh, I don't want to be a
David Lucas looks like he knows a lot about grinders.
yeah,
You know, the sandwich
yeah,
and the gay sex,
yeah.
because he's gay and he's fat.
Have you watched that clip of Tony freaking out that people think he wants to be a pilot?
No.
And he just keeps going, I don't want to be a pilot, guys. I don't want to be a pilot. It was like a tantrum a 5-year-old would throw.
So wait, I do have a quick Josie. So you've been to the Comedy Mothership?
Mhm.
Wow, how is it?
It's cool. I mean, so I was only I've been to Mitzi's, the bar that's attached to it, a few times. But I've only been in the mothership and like on stage when I got pulled for Kill Tony. And honestly, like that was such a surreal moment that like you're fully depersonalized when that happens. You have no idea where you are. You are disassociated because you're that. I've never been nervous like that in my life.
That's what I was gonna say. we should bring up the clip, but I can't find anything. I can only see the surprise part where you're doing the interview. I can't find the
We
full.
don't have to watch it.
5
I get
minutes.
the
Fine.
gist
If
of it.
anybody
But-
wants to watch it, it's Kill Tony
Yeah.
episode 661.
So,
Um,
but Tony Hawk
I found the
was
clip.
there.
Basically, she's so. Maybe she wants to explain it, but she's like so in the moment and so paralyzed like by like the situation that she doesn't recognize who is on the panel. And then
They
she,
don't-
mid
they
sentence,
don't tell
she
you who's on
recognizes.
the panel.
Wait, hold
Yeah.
on. We got it, Josie. What you getting into tonight?
This.
Yeah, let's pull up.
That's like because like you've seen it on Twitter. Dave is like horny in a way that's scary.
It's
to
all a
women.
bit.
It's just like
but-
really.
okay.
Is it a
So-
bit? Is it a bit?
I'm a very sexual. I'm a very sexual individual. All right. There's nothing wrong with being a sexual
But you
individual.
have like this eugenics horniness where you go like the childbearing hips and the shape of her skull with
I haven't been doing that bit in a while.
virile. You know, you're like talking about like all the biology and like.
No, I don't
like,
do
where
that
it
bit
sounds like you're
anymore.
gonna like do experiments.
I
Whereas
don't do
like,
that bit anymore.
but
I
then
think-
I'm very like publicly. I don't know if horny is the right word, but you know, on the prowl. But that's my thing is I just go into like the replies on different posts for like the women posts, and I just reply, "What you getting into tonight?"
That's funny.
Yeah, it's very harmless. It's cheeky.
I talk to the women in my life the same way that I talk and joke with the women online.
You
It's
should
just
not
that the
do
women
that.
online are super sensitive compared to actual women in real life that you meet at the super grocery store. You know?
You have restraining orders out on you? Because that's crazy.
No, women love me.
Like-
Women love me. It's only online. You guys are so scared of each other. In reality, people aren't like that. They have fun.
Yeah,
I
I'm
put it
sure-
in private chat. I put the link to a little clip. You guys like clips, guys? Here's a 60-second clip of.
I do want to at least present like maybe a counter to that like Dave, what you look like if I'm a woman.
Yeah.
And you come up to me in the grocery store and start saying like, I have the butt cheeks of someone who would bear great children. I would just do like whatever I got to do to stop you from like hurting me.
So
I
you
would
would give
be
me
like-
your
I would be
number,
as
go out with me
cordial-
on a date, and then have sex.
I would just be as cordial as possible and be like, "Hell, why? Yeah, yeah."
You guys are
And then
been
you
so
walk away from that
brainwashed by
interaction.
femininity and all this stuff. You think that women are these little scared little creatures. They like men approaching them. They like being flirted with. They like going on dates. Women like that stuff.
I agree. I don't think they like whatever
They
you're
like it
doing.
when you run up on them and close the gap and say, "Hey, you've never race mixed, have you?"
That's a legitimate question you need to ask nowadays. You know, you need to know what you're getting into. I have ancient DNA. I just can't be giving it away to any
We all
troll
have
up on the
ancient
street.
DNA. We all have ancestors that go back to like the beginning of time.
Ancient DNA is so funny. What
Yeah,
does that
it's-
mean?
I don't even know what that's supposed to mean because it's like we all kind of.
You guys have all mixed, so you don't know what it's like to have a purity in your bloodline that you want to preserve, all right?
I'm
The Jews know what I'm
100%
talking about.
European.
That's why they're building the wall and breeding with one another.
I just
They
got
understand.
I got my 23andMe results back. I am 100% European, which I'm disappointed in.
I got my 23andMe results back. They found 24.
Hey.
They-
With Jack Bauer?
Yeah.
So if you go to the private chat, let's just watch this surprised look on Josie's face here.
What?
Oh, I guess. So we're gonna pull up a clip.
Yeah, we'll pull up a clip. Everybody likes clips. They're very digestible compared to a full episode of Kill Tony.
Oh.
I love Kill
This is
Tony,
just
dude.
your interview, Josie. This is just the
I did 23andMe. It turns out I'm gay.
I make costumes,
Oh.
like a lot of them. Like I do like 31 every year for Halloween. Is that fucking Tony Hawk?
Whoa! You are autistic!
Holy shit!
Yeah. You just got to watch her bisexuality disappear in real time. Oh my God. Was that part of your act?
It wasn't.
So wait,
You
it
recognize
seems like
That's
hold
funny.
on. Does Tony not understand what being bisexual means?
He's gay,
kind of
so
gathered
no.
that from being on that episode with the questions that were asked, but but it was
Because
fun.
you didn't even express it like you were necessarily attracted to Tony Hawk. You just had a moment where you were kind of starstruck.
Yeah.
But let's
Weird
just
to realize that. Tony
Well, she does a bit prior to that talking about having sex with a woman. So
sort of.
So
right, but okay, let's
she addresses her bisexuality in her set.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
but for the
then
sake
she's
of
very excited to see a man, so I think that's what Tony is.
right, but for the
saying.
sake of like thinking from Tony's perspective, let's just say like Tony believed that you were that you had some sort of sexual attraction to Tony Hawk. That would not negate you being bisexual. That
No.
would only confirm it.
Yeah.
Given that you're attracted to both genders,
Right.
of which there are only two. But
Okay. Yeah.
but no, I mean,
yeah, that's exactly.
But Tony makes the claim in that moment that your bisexuality disappeared. But it seems like that was more of it, like that would be an expression of bisexuality that.
Or she was so attracted to Tony that she forgot all about women and just about the sexuality of a man for a moment. It
Right,
went
but
out the
that
window.
wouldn't. Yeah, but that wouldn't nullify her like sexual preferences for both. It would just be in that moment she's attracted to. I mean, if I met Tony Hawk, I would.
For me, it's Pride Month. I'm not about to question a gay man's opinion, Jonathan. But if you
I
want to
just
be
think-
a homophobic person this month and pick on Tony, then that's on you.
I just
But
think
I'm
that's
not gonna
a
do it.
fallacy coming from Tony to say that
It's Pride Month, dude. Give the guy a break.
It just doesn't like it doesn't. I guess it just seems like a faulty argument to make, or even as a premise.
Well, the
even
funniest is he sounds so gay when he says
he
it.
sounds so fucking gay.
And the other thing too is
I
it's
really,
obvious.
he was just hoping, like, maybe if I find a woman hot enough, the gay will leave my body.
I will also just say that it was a totally non-sexual moment. It was just pretty rad.
Yeah.
Right.
No, it's obvious that you're like, so you're sitting in the bar at Mitzi's. They call you up. They put you in the
No,
back. You go on
You're across
stage.
the street.
They do not
Yeah.
let you at Mitzi's. They
No,
make
they
you
don't.
hard
Oh,
Mitzi's.
okay. So you're at the bar across the street. They let you in.
which is so crazy.
Wait a
And
second. We
then
got $20 super
You
chat.
do your set. You're like looking forward. Go ahead, do the super chat.
Welcome to my Saturday night, Josie. You're too good for Kill Tony. Any fun Maryland comedy stories, Mariska Hargitay?
Thank you, Kenny.
That's fun. No,
So-
comedy in Maryland was not fun. No, it was kind of fun. I know that Kenny knows the Laugh Finder boys, so that is my roots. I started in Maryland before the pandemic, and I took a nice little several year break before coming back to comedy.
Nice.
I'm still on my break.
We were on a break.
I'm on a break. Juice.
How do you feel about Mike Quinlan?
Oh, he's nice. I've met Mike a few times. I've done
yeah.
shows with him.
I like Mike a lot.
Yes,
Yeah.
this was bound to happen. They want to know about Tom Myers.
Oh, hold on. I have a shirt with Tom Myers' face on it. So here's the thing. I didn't know that people knew who Tom Myers was. I'm very new to Cumtown. Like, I didn't know that he was a recurring bit on Cumtown. I know Tom Myers from in real life knowing Tom Myers.
Yeah.
And everybody being like, Tom Myers is in the building. Like, I thought he was just an inside joke amongst other Maryland comics.
Which
And-
is probably what he should have been.
which
He's
is what I
a
always forget.
sweetheart. He's been on this show a couple times. He's been on the show that Robbie and I do.
Yeah, he's
I'm a fucking
interesting guy,
visionary
but
here,
so,
all
like-
right? This is your arena of ideas.
He's in the Dabbleverse now. Big things.
Oh
Good for
yeah.
Tom. But yeah, so me and a friend of mine from the Baltimore scene, she's not even in comedy anymore. We had Tom Myers shirts that say "Bong Hit Transplant" on it. And
Hell
I
yeah.
wore one to a show in Canada with Lewis, and Lewis was like, oh, is that a Come Town shirt? And I was like, what? And he was like, yeah. Or did Tom Myers, is he like capitalizing on Come Town? I'm like, I made this. Like, how do you know who Tom Myers
Wow,
is?
that's so mean. That's so mean of Lewis. Like, it's Tom's joke. It's like
Yeah.
Tom wrote and performed that. It's his joke. So it's not. If he made a shirt of bong hip transplant, it's a Tom Myers reference.
I made this shirt because it was like greatest comedian to ever live.
That is so funny that outside of Come Town, like you ironically stand him in the same way.
Yeah, I definitely like. I just thought that was like a Maryland like inside joke, but it was.
Yeah, I have friends who.
Big time.
Yeah, I have friends who started in Maryland too, and I was like, I met my friend Isaac for the first time. I was like, do you know Tom Myers? And he's like, oh, I'm very familiar with Tom. Like, it's like,
Tom.
And that was before Come Town, really, or right after or something.
Yeah.
So he's just been like the king of Maryland comedy for a long time, I think.
He has been.
What about
rock and
Bam?
rolling for
Isn't
several
Bam?
years.
What was that?
Bam,
Josie?
Bam?
Wait, isn't he from Maryland? Where's Bam
No,
from?
he's from Pennsylvania.
Yeah, Bam.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, Bam Margera.
My
yeah,
bad.
he's from Pennsylvania.
I thought one of them was from Maryland.
No, I don't know. Who's notable from Maryland?
I thought
John
some
Waters.
of the guys from that crew were. My bad.
Yeah, this is John. It's really just John Waters, huh? Stavros Halkias.
Stav and
yeah.
Nick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love. It's been such a fun turn of events that, like, I guess from like 2016 until recently, like Come Town had its rise and fall, and Stav and Adam have soared.
Yeah.
After the end of Come Town, and
Not
Nick
just
is
that, the Adam Friedland show itself has soared the second Nick left.
and
Hey,
Nick
what's
is
crazy-
right back at home on Twitter, just manic posting.
I think
Hey,
Nick's opening for Shane Gillis that's what I heard.
Yeah, Nick's doing fine. Nick's still doing stand up and he's writing and I think he's producing some stuff. So Nick's
I'm
fine.
sure he'll be okay. It's
It's funny. He's by far the least famous of the three.
He's
now.
out of the three of them. I would not have expected that Stav and Adam.
Adam mostly. I always thought
but
that was really funny.
Stav putting Adam on the show after Adam got some other shine recently. I was like, you couldn't have had your boy on earlier. Only now that he's like getting spotlight, you have him on. I thought.
I think they had like legit money. It was kind of a money breakup, and money breakups can take a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Both Nick and Adam were on Stavi's World earlier this year.
Well, they did the Come Town finale on
Yeah.
there. Yeah.
Well, I wish them all the best, but
I wish him well.
I wish them well. Yeah, but
Stav is very calculated with his guests. I have noticed.
Yeah.
All like the New York comedy white guys, he would always put on the Patreon. I noticed that. It was a very funny pattern.
I'm gonna pump up a Greek comic if I can, but I can't get behind Stav anymore. Giannis is my horse now. Can't get behind Stav anymore. I think he's hilarious. He makes me laugh, even though he's the opposite of me. I don't make anybody laugh, and everybody hates me. He makes me laugh, and I don't really care for it. I think he's very calculated.
Giannis is a basketball player.
Stav is very calzonated.
Yeah. If only he could calculate his nutritional intake for the day.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
These are my personal views. These are not the views of the Billionaire Podcast Network or Josie or anybody here that's trying to have a career. This is just my views on the
Josie, did you go to college?
I did.
Where'd you go?
I went to Towson University.
Towson?
Yeah. Also,
Where is that?
Oh.
It's in Maryland.
What do they teach there?
All the things, I think, but I got a couple degrees, and the biggest one was in film, electronic media and film.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. What is the distinction between electronic media and film?
Electronic media is any sort of like online content, radio, any sort of broadcast, and then film being film and television.
Oh, okay.
Electronic media is all like the digital shit, and film is film.
Okay, we have a question here. Josie, are you more of a Ray or an Asuka?
I
It's
do.
It's two very sexualized teenage girls
Oh,
in the
I
show
was thinking-
Neon Genesis Evangelion.
God, I remember when that came on fucking Toonami. I wasn't. even
Yeah.
allowed to watch
I've
it.
never heard of it.
That's because you're 50, but
Too sexualized. Yeah, but two sexualized young girls I should have heard of.
Wow.
definitely the redhead. I'm more the redhead.
Okay.
But I'm also a 30-year-old woman, so
So you're more of a Masato.
I don't know. I just like redheads, but
Me too.
Okay.
Yeah, Rob is a redhead fan.
So
Who's
wait,
the-
so did
wait,
you
we
hold
listened to
on?
the best Jewish women last
damn,
week. Let's do
Asuka.
redheads this week.
Asuka is hot as hell.
Who are the hottest redheads?
Lois Griffin, number
Lois
one.
Griffin, number
This is
one.
number one.
okay, never mind. I can't say that.
What?
Never mind. I'm gonna sit
What?
this one out.
Let's
Ronald
pull up Josie's
Lee-
Lois
we want your
Griffin. By
input. We want your
Josie has a
input.
nice cosplay of Lois, by the way.
Oh,
I've
really?
never done Lois.
Oh, you haven't? Oh, you did Marge. You did Marge.
Marge.
Yeah.
Completely different character.
Josie has a great cosplay
No, you did
of
like
Lois.
31. I went through. You did Homer too, so I thought you did the
I
whole
didn't
crew.
do Homer.
Yes,
The
you
funniest
did.
was you said it
I've
was a-
seen you do
I've done
Homer.
one Simpsons character, and it
Oh,
was
you would.
Marge.
Well, you would know, and I wouldn't. But I was pretty sure you did Homer, but you would know.
No, you've done it.
I'm gonna
I
go back.
remember.
I don't know. I'm gonna go through. She did 31 in a month, and I
I've
just
done- yeah,
looked
so I've
through
done
her.
31 in a month for the last like 9 years.
Ooh,
But
great.
you've never done Homer.
I've
The
never done
chat's
Homer.
killing it. Christina Hendricks, Haley Williams, Isla Fisher. These are good answers.
Ooh,
Oh,
Haley Williams is
redheads?
fun.
I love Haley
Wait a
Williams.
second. Hold on. What were we talking about? Oh, so you got a film degree, electronic media,
Yes. And photography. And
and photography. So
that's crazy.
all the ways to capture images and sounds.
I have
Yeah.
I have a major in compound media.
Hey, nice.
Did
The
you?
N-word. Cool.
Yeah, yeah. You major in capturing a black woman in Times Square.
Did you finish college in 4 years?
Less than that, actually. I think I did it in like 3.5. I really wanted to get the fuck out of there.
Oh, you're one of those whiz kids.
Yeah, I got a couple degrees and then I bounced and I didn't. Here's the thing is that like I have been working in television since I was 16. You don't need a degree to do it. Like you really don't need any of that. So
Oh, that's what we should talk about.
Well,
Can
you
we
won't-
talk about your job or no?
I don't talk about the show that I work on. Like I
Okay.
won't say which one. But
Yeah.
I'm a producer of a reality TV show and I've been with this.
Oh,
show
our
for
our freaking government. That thing's like a reality show these days.
Hey, that's right. Right.
Well, I was gonna say the other thing that you might be doing in LA.
Oh, say that. I don't give a fuck. I am doing that. That is.
You're gonna
100%.
do that
Yeah.
and so actually you can announce it or whatever, and everybody will watch it.
Well, how many people are listening? Because they kind of told me not to, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Because whatever. Like they
You
told
don't
me
have-
not to say it, but I'll say it. I'll just say I'm going on one of those Manosphere podcasts.
She's going on a Manosphere podcast where they have a round table of women, and it's out of LA.
Whatever.
Oh, that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
What's
having a background in reality TV and going on that, you should have a lot of fun. Are you excited to go on that and probably get some a little bump in notoriety?
I am excited to go on that, even if it does absolutely nothing for me. One, I just like podcasts. Like I just think that they're fun. But two, I think that there is nothing funnier than like legit incels and red pill dudes. Like I think it's just objectively funny. And I think they only have like either people who are really into it or like people who are so like gonna hit them with the same feminist talking points that they've had a million times over, and I'm just gonna treat the whole thing like it's the funniest thing in the world. So
That's rarefied air though to be able to get to go on that show because you got Femoid.
Femoid was on there, yeah.
Gassy Fred Blassie.
Was she on there?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Now Josie's doing. Yeah, I mean that's
Yeah.
you're good. You're in good company, especially with Femoid.
excited. It should be. It's long. Apparently, it's a very long show.
I don't know how people watch it.
I've watched the clips, and I don't know who to vote for because everybody sucks. It's on the show usually.
The clips feel like they're hours long,
Yeah.
but the actual episodes are like 4, 5, 6 hours, and it's like
it's super long.
I don't get it because
and they give like $100 super chats to that dude, and like 150. Who the heck gives $150 to roast some chick? That's
Wait, what is that show called again?
Nah, I can't remember.
I guess she can't. She's
Whatever.
not supposed to actually. Whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's move on. Whatever.
I mean, the thing that gets me about that show is like,
whatever.
Yeah, whatever. We'll move
on.
Whatever.
Whatever. Oh, okay.
Yeah, whatever, dude. Come on.
Whatever. We'll move on.
I guess the thing that gets me about, especially the Manosphere in general.
By the way, if you Google Femoid podcast, Crowder Boys is the first one.
Nice. But the thing that gets me about the Manosphere in general and all those incel guys is like, I mean, you know, I guess like I hate women as much as anybody, right? But
I love women.
Like at a certain point, I don't have the energy for it in that way. You know, it's like I get mad. You know, I get mad. It's like why does nobody want to give me no pussy?
I think it's objectively funny. Like I think that the red pill shit is funny. I think it's funny to watch like two adults who mean nothing. Like two people, either just an OnlyFans girl or a Manosphere guy. It's like, who the fuck cares what their opinions are on anything? They're not changing anything, and they're not going to change each other's minds. They're not going to change any of the viewers' minds. Like it's just
Jerry Springer, basically.
Yeah,
If you can get popular off it and be the like, what's up, what the meet me outside girl, then why not?
Or Josie, are you wagon burner blood?
I don't know.
I think he means like Native American, maybe.
Because she's
Why
got
did they
the
burn
hot.
Yeah. Okay, she's asking if you're like native, like indigenous.
I'm not. I'm Sicilian and Irish. That's it.
Oh,
you do have a little squaw going on right now. I think with a little squaw going on with the hair and the shawl over.
You have like a shawl on.
Yeah, and the hair. Yeah.
Yeah, you look very. Hey, how are you? Hey, how are
you? Yeah. I love Indian casinos, though. Those are cool.
Yeah, those are cool.
Choctaw, Chickasaw. Look at these.
Yeah.
It's crazy you don't like the Manosphere podcast, Dalton, because you kind of are like a man who is a sphere.
I'm working on it, man.
No, you look like you lost weight.
I'm trying, man.
Do we have a squash update?
No, I haven't had a squash in a minute. No, I had some hummus last.
What are you, out of your gourd?
No, I had.
Are you doing it the old-fashioned way, or are you on the Ozempics?
I looked into Ozempic because one of the cool things about, well, I guess it's like you do have to navigate the just the way the healthcare system is structured to be able to like get Ozempic through insurance or to qualify for like, because I guess like if you don't have any sort of pre-existing condition that necessitates Ozempic, you just have to pay full price for it, right? Yeah. But if you have like one of their listed pre-existing like reasons for Ozempic, you can get it at like a discounted rate. Yeah. And so it turns out that just being fat as shit is one of those like qualifies you for like discounted Ozempic.
I think if you just get it on, if you just like get on a Zoom call with the doctor, they're like, oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, because you know how like
we got check.
Yeah, you know how, like,
yeah.
This Zoom meeting did not. It probably wasn't necessary.
You know how every podcast is like advertising Blue Chew, right? Where it's like online prescription or whatever, and then like if you go to that website, the exam that you have to take to get that prescription is like just checking a box.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
You want your hard penis, okay? Then that's all. That's the only. That's the condition that qualifies you for Blue Chew, is that you really want to get your penis hard.
Yeah, they're like, do you have a heart condition? And you're like, well, I kind of like, you don't have a heart condition though, do you? And it's, even if you even hint at it, they just talk you out of it so they can.
Yeah, so I went to some website. I was looking into. I haven't pulled the trigger on Ozempic yet, but it is just like a questionnaire you can fill out. And then I guess like where I put down when they were like, "What is your weight?" I was just honest about it, and they were like, "Oh, well, then you qualify."
Now, I will say, everybody here, and this is not to be rude to anybody, we are all eaters here. That's our drug of choice,
Are you
correct?
calling everyone fat here?
No, we're all in different stages of where we're at.
It's so
We're at home.
rude.
No,
That is so
everybody's
rude.
at home. Everybody here is open about that they
Dave,
have
I'm
a
going to
food
walk off
addiction.
the show now.
Everybody
I just
here
have
is
dull brain.
open about the fact that they have a food addiction. So Dalton, you're amongst friends. I have it. Everybody here has it.
I'm just like, really what gets me is I guess the sweets. I'm also
Yeah.
just like too sedentary because I work. I have my life is set up in a way where like I guess like all the work I have to do to actually make money. I can just sit down all day. Like I don't have to move or do anything to survive. But paradoxically, that's what's killing me.
I've been. I mean, yeah, I was obesity class 2 at my highest, so I've lost 70 pounds, and I'm up right now. I'm up like 25, which I'm hoping to fix by the end of the year. But yeah, no, like I was obesity class 2. I get it, and yeah, moving around will help. If you can just find a way to get 10,000 steps a day, that'll make such a big difference for you.
Yeah. So what do you like better, like being fat or being skinny?
Being skinny. Yeah.
It's so much better.
It's so much better. It really is. And I hate to say that.
It's so tough though, because food is so good.
It's tough, but like also you can you can transfer that addiction to work.
Yeah.
Which
That's
is
what I've been doing lately. But then I just put myself into a sugar coma today with a sundae. Went to sleep, woke up, felt gross.
Yeah.
I bought some kiwis
to just start like when you're actually obese, when you start working out, you can get down to just regular fat very quickly.
Yeah.
Like all the obese weight usually, if you just honestly, when I was like 280, I just started running and I got down to like 220 pretty quickly.
Yeah, I've yo-yoed. Like I
didn't know that. A hidden talent.
Yeah, I'm like Ness.
You're a regular
from
Smothers
Super
brother.
Smash Brothers.
Damn, dude.
Yeah.
You've been stringing me along with this yo-yoing.
Yeah.
Ladies
and gentlemen,
I've
the
been
white Oprah.
around the world.
Hey.
I'm
You're walking this
Hey,
dog.
I'm
a little too
walking the
long.
dog here.
Okay.
I'm walking the dog.
I forgot that yo-yo tricks have names.
No, I've gone back. I've pinged back and forth where it's like I've been fat as shit and I've gotten kind of trim. That's one of the things I really miss about. And Josie, you might relate to this because you had did you have like because of your ovarian tulpa that was growing inside of you? You had what, like a psychotic episode, or you went manic?
No, but I mean it's sort of a bit of both, but legit psychotic. I don't remember an entire month of my life. Like,
okay, because
Yeah. You're amongst
this-
friends. I had a similar experience.
Yeah, I had a psychotic break that lasted probably like over 6 months.
Some people think I'm still in mine.
Yeah,
You might be.
and so and
It
so,
doesn't help because you just imagine a big fat Santa, you know.
but it's like the funny thing about like going crazy like that when you're like really manic and in the throes of psychosis is like it's not all bad. In fact, in the moment, it feels all of it feels awesome. But then even like
mania is really fun.
Looking back on
Yeah.
it, I do miss that.
I like mania. I get my house nice
body
and clean.
my body was like performing at peak efficiency where I like barely needed to eat anything. Like I had no appetite and I was very energetic. So I was just like losing a ton of weight. I was actually like getting kind of fit. Like I was like limber and very
You
mobile.
turn into Brad Pitt from Fight Club because you never slept.
I'm getting limber.
Playoffs.
So you're saying your body was great, but your brain was not great.
There was
So your body and your brain and your body were not clear.
Yeah,
clear
they
focusing?
were at odds.
Yeah.
With
How were
each
your
other.
testosterone levels, Dalton, at the time?
I don't know because I was like scared of sex.
What about your mental
I'm still scared
clarity?
of sex, but at that time I was like
Sex is scary, dude. You can make
even
babies.
at that time I was actually
Girls
scared.
is scary.
I do remember at that time actually just being scared to jack off. Like I would pull up pictures.
I have never been scared to jack off.
Yeah,
Let's hear this
I would
story.
pull up like pictures of titties on my phone. I'd be looking at titties on my phone.
Yeah,
and it would just like I would just start feeling like this palpable fear where I was like, I shouldn't be doing this. And then so I had like
Did you think the government was looking at you through your phone?
I don't know. There was just it felt there was something sinister about it. It felt like wrong in such a profound way that I had a sex drive, I guess, where I definitely am a red-blooded American man.
Yeah.
But I was also like, I don't know, there was so many crazy things happening in my brain that I was not able to pursue, I guess, like sexual pleasures, including even jacking off. So instead, I was just like following the clues that I had thought that had was discovering, and then I was just like walking into people's apartments.
Were you turning into George Costanza when he quit sex, dude? And you were just really figuring it all out?
No, I just was legitimately crazy. So I was just like going into like different businesses and ringing doorbells, asking questions, like as though I was a detective, and then people would be like, "Who are you?" and like, "Why are you here?"
I tried to kill myself and my ex-boyfriend. So.
Whoa,
that'll happen.
What?
Yeah, it was bad.
Wait, that's a psychotic break? I thought that was just Philly women. Yeah. You sure you weren't just Philadelphia?
Yeah, the Eagles lost, so she.
Yeah.
No, we were doing so good. It was just this past season. We did
wow. So wait, what happened? So wait, you're bipolar too?
No, so I'm not bipolar at all. That's the weird thing is that like
she had that thing growing in her.
No, Robbie, have you seen Crimes of the Future?
No.
The Cronenberg movie?
No. I've seen
well, she had a Crimes of the Future in her ovaries. Like she was growing like
oh, that's right.
And it was causing
aberration was growing
hormonal issues. Yeah.
So when that happens, it causes a whole slew of hormonal issues. But also, when you grow brain matter in a germ cell tumor, it will like the autoimmune response, because it recognizes it as like a foreign entity, will also attack your actual brain. So
and that's what our
legit nuts. But I have no recollection of that.
That's what our wonderful ICE agents in this country are doing now.
Oh, I did see a history of crowd work by David Ehrenberg.
What?
All right. That didn't even like line up as wordplay, because the actual movie is a history of violence. And
I wasn't making a joke. I saw that movie.
Oh, you actually saw the DVD that Ehrenberg put out?
Yeah, I saw the DVD.
Yeah.
A history of crowd work by David Ehrenberg.
By David Ehrenberg. There's a pussy in my stomach.
Hey, what are you in the front? You guys Jewish or gay?
So is that why he's your ex now? Because you tried to murder him?
Yeah. Yeah.
You guys couldn't make it through until death do you part because of your pussy brain?
I
don't know. She got booked at the mothership. She's a fucking murderer.
Yeah.
No, I don't know if he knows what really happened. Like it just I was one day normal, and then I was like it was a bit of a slope. I was like acting weird for a
he was Asian?
Huh?
You're turning Asian? I think I'm turning Japanese. I think I'm slope.
He was Asian?
He wasn't Asian, no.
Oh, he says a bit of a slope.
Haha.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I was a bit of a slope. I was over the course of a couple months, like just mood wise, I was getting kind of weird in a way that like was not normal to me. And then I got off birth control all at once, and that I guess was just like a ticking time bomb that made everything worse and really made me lose it. So it was by the end of October, I was like, something's really not right with me, and I was behaving in a way that I'm like, this is not normal. And then early November, it was like 3 weeks in November that I just have absolutely no recollection of. We were in Italy. I was running around the country just like unsupervised and doing God knows what. And at the very end of that, I was like, I have to kill myself. And I don't know if I tried to kill him, but I think maybe I did. I don't know.
That's crazy.
That's
Yeah,
a very
wow.
Italian reaction. I'm gonna whack myself in
Yeah,
this.
that just sounds like it's just being Italian.
Because my pussy's broken.
Yeah,
I'm not getting any pussy. I gotta fucking whack this guy.
it was fucking nuts. But so we have not talked since then. So I don't even know if he knows like what happened and why. The way that I see it is I'm like I do have so much love for him still. Like not a bad person.
I've seen the tweets that you've deleted.
Shut up. Anyway,
What they say?
you get drunk and you sad tweet. Leave me alone.
She said very kind words.
Now that is awesome.
Yeah,
You
she
ever
said
just
very
tweet-
kind words.
You ever just
Sometimes
tweet
you
like
get drunk and you sad tweet.
Dude, yeah, I do that, but I'm usually tweeting about how no one appreciates Steph Curry.
Have you ever just posted? Have you ever gotten like, when you're alone and posting? Have you ever
Post alone?
Have you ever just posted like?
That one got me. That's good.
Wait. Oh yeah. Post alone.
Post alone. Yeah.
Post alone.
God, slam dunk.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
Thank you. I'm on a jelly roll.
Yeah, get that on stage. Put a couple tags to it.
Yeah, just it was a slam dunk. Call me the White Iverson.
He's fucking.
What was that? Oh, have you ever
posting alone?
I'm posting. Yeah, posting alone. Have you ever just posted loose song lyrics?
That goes on my close friends' Instagram story. I try not to post loose song lyrics anymore.
Song lyrics.
My fucking Twitter, the entirety of my Twitter, I forget that I have as many followers on there as I do, because I don't do like any sexual material ever on stage. Like I am not like a super I'm not one of those like this is my pussy comedians. Like when it comes.
Oh, there's not enough of those.
Yeah,
I know, but I don't. Yeah, no, I don't talk about my pussy or my sex life on stage. But on Twitter, I'm like, I think it's just funny to tweet like the horniest or most rancid sexual.
Thank you very much.
Not at people, just in general. I don't say to women, man, I wish I could rim you through. I don't even know.
I didn't say that. I didn't never say that.
You look like you get redder as you get hornier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's 70 degrees in here, and I'm wearing whatever these things are. A kikif?
No, a keffiyeh is like a type of scarf. That's just like a head.
No, it's a full scarf. I had to roll and do the tie.
Yeah, I don't know.
This is just a scarf that I did in a triangle, and then I did the tie.
Yeah, I thought it was a do-rag or a deer tag or something.
Mm-hmm.
It is not.
At Skankfest last year, I went out while I was in Vegas and bought a full fucking burqa because they asked me.
I saw the video. Yeah.
They asked me to do the pillow fights, and I thought that they were doing it as like a haha, like let's get like a sexy pillow fight going with the girls. And so I was like, oh, what will be funny is a bunch of sluts ready to pillow fight and then a lady in a full burqa. I think that'll be funny. And it wasn't that. It was a full-blown pillow fight battle royale, mixed gendered. And so
what the fuck?
I was
because Lewis is just into combat.
Wait, and didn't you ask Naeem if you should do it? And he was like, "Oh yeah, definitely."
Yeah, I was like,
up as a
Naeem, is
burqa.
this offensive if I go in a full burqa? And he was like, "No, any form of modesty is a gift in Allah's eyes." And then a bunch of my other
is Naeem Muslim?
Yeah, his name's Naeem.
Naeem
Ali. Yeah, bro. Allah is
He's
lit.
actually gonna. He's
Eid Mubarak, my brother.
He's gonna be on Troy's Primitive State talking about his Muslim faith in a couple in a week or so.
I'll say this.
Yeah.
You know,
Wait, so we should murder infidels? That's crazy.
For Lewis to be a bald man, he sure comes up with a lot of harebrained schemes.
But I won. I won the fucking battle royale against a giant Mexican dude, which was very fun.
Whoa!
An intercontinental mixed gender pillow fight.
Yep. I did watch it on Mint Comedy. I did get the stream.
Yeah.
And watch it.
Man.
Shout out to America's Sweetheart.
Why did you stream? Why did you stream? Why would you stream that?
It was I didn't go to Skankfest. I went to the Skankfest Vegas the first 2 years, but I didn't go last year.
Right.
So I wanted to see what everybody was up
You should
to.
put that money towards something that will actually help your life, like Body Brain.
Well, somebody.
Coffee.
I probably shouldn't say this, but an American Sweetheart gave me a little taste of what it was. Yeah.
I mean, it's 30
Shout out to America's
sachets,
favorite Sweetheart.
30
I did pay
sachets.
for the stream of Goddamn Comedy Jam to clip my Elvis thing, and that was a good idea.
Yeah. So
But Lewis called me out on it like really soon after.
Josie, how do you like? What's your coffee order when you go order a coffee? Like if you go to like a coffee place, do you get a latte, cappuccino, coffee flavor coffee?
My Starbucks coffee is not even a coffee. It's one of those refreshers. I'm coffee if I have to, but I'll do a cappuccino. I'll do a blonde cappuccino is usually
Are
pretty
you
high.
straight edge? Do you
What do
drink
you-
and do drugs?
I
You just don't do caffeine?
I am not. I do caffeine. I'm not straight edge.
I don't know what this means.
But I don't drink a ton of alcohol at all, and I don't smoke a lot of weed. So that's like I don't. It's a very very seldom thing for me because I have no tolerance to anything. So
You don't drink?
Hold
When you
on,
listen
this
to
I
is-
drink
songs-
a very little bit and like on occasions.
This is I don't know what this means. I don't know what play Matt and Kim haunting me. Folks, if you have any like video or
So-
song requests,
What's a song?
there's a chance we may not get to them because we're
So
kind of
here's the
we're
thing.
doing like a full interview.
I-
But
I
please
was-
keep giving me money.
This is a great interview.
This really made me laugh though.
Is this
That
an
I look
interview?
like I'm plugged into the Matrix.
Well, I
ready
was
to
gonna
eat steak.
say,
I look
and
like
they
Joey
hate when I
Pants.
do this, but when I originally reached out to Josie, I told her she could come. It looks like she's having fun. We're having fun. The chat likes her, but we do sometimes 4 hours, and you're not required to stay the whole 4 hours.
I don't care.
Okay.
No, you don't
So
have
you,
to.
we love having you here. The crowd loves having you here.
So wait, hold
everybody
on.
was super excited to see you. I just, I wanted to re-extend
I wanted to dive deeper into this though. Okay, so you usually if you go to
All right, we'll pause it for a second.
let's just say
'cause I have a 3% battery, so let me go grab a fucking laptop charger.
go do that. I'll plug the Patreon.
And we can also get Josie's reaction to some of these super chats here.
Patreon.com/
She said she liked
Cornfed
War Pigs and
with
Stained
Dalton
earlier.
Pruitt.
Been a while.
Patreon.com/ Cornfed with Dalton Pruitt. I'm gonna upload a new Patreon this weekend. For those who enjoy this show and then the one I do with Sal did text me that he has paid his internet bill, and so I'm gonna try and get like everything back on track with Sal. I don't know what's going on there. He doesn't realize how good he has it. Sal has no clue how difficult it is to like develop any sort of following, like to have people tune into a show you're on regularly, and he doesn't know what's just been given to him with this show, and
Right.
his lack of conviction and his I guess just being all willy nilly with him actually being on the show. He doesn't understand. There's 1,000 fucking dipshit open mic comedians that would kill their own grandmothers to have a YouTube channel like this.
Yeah.
And so I wish he understood like what an amazing accomplishment this is that he's been a part of, and what a gift this is. He needs to start showing up. He's definitely not getting paid for anything right now, so that's at least I keep all the money.
I think he quiet quit.
He might have just quiet quit. He might have just like stopped showing up. I don't get it. I mean, it is like a thing. It's hard to get people to commit to anything for any stretch of time, which is why I've developed the solo podcasting ability. Just if I ever need it, I got myself. I can rely on me. Kind of. Actually, I can't really. I'm not that good at taking care of myself, but I can at least do podcasting.
Okay, so I just wanted to recognize now that Abrosive Smith has shown up in the chat. I wanted to big congratulations is in order to Mr. and Mrs. Broseph Smith. Were married yesterday under the house of God, and they will be skank and skankette for life now. And he's in the chat. So if everybody could wish a congratulations to Broseph Smith on his marriage that started yesterday.
Mazel tov. Very fun.
I don't know. I guess maybe because I wonder, is there anything because like for all the like schemes that Lewis gets into, is there anything stopping him from doing like a Skanks coin? Like, why is there no Skanks coin? I would throw $20 at
Dave
a
should
Skanks
definitely get
coin.
one going. His audience would eat that up.
Yeah, like
I
if
talked to Lewis about doing NFTs before for gas digital memberships, and he just ignored it and then said that Crypto West told him to buy XRP.
that was bad advice up until like a year ago.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't know. I guess
Am I allowed
maybe
to eat pickles on this?
of course yes, they want. We all want you to actually. What are those Wahlburgers pickles?
They're Clausen's.
Clausen's are good. I've been getting into like when I go some stores, I see them now. They have like Wahlburgers brand pickles, so it's like a picture of Marky Mark and Donnie and the other guy, the other Wahlberg, on the pickle. It's like the plastic tub, and I bought them just kind of on a lark, like as a goof, the first time. And I started eating them, and I was like, "These are fucking damn good pickles. These are really good." And so now it's like the something I look for. I seek out the Wahlburgers pickles. They're so
I
good.
gotta try that. I'm a Mount Olive girl. Those are
Oh yeah, I'll drink them out. Have you ever heard of I forget it's a brewery. I should know this because it's I'm from Fort Worth. Martin House Brewery they make beer. Do you drink beers?
Mm-mm.
If you ever I can't drink alcohol anymore, but when I did drink, Martin House Brewery out of Fort Worth made I don't think it was Mount Olive, but it was best made pickle beer. So it was one of those ones that was like expensive. It was like $11-12 for a 6-pack, but it was a like pickle flavored beer that
Nice.
was actually
God,
not
you
that
can't
bad.
just get a fucking beer anymore.
You can't, yeah.
They
It's
just
not a
get-
beer flavored beer.
I went to this place that happened to be one of those hipster bars. I thought it was an Irish bar, and they
It
said,
was actually kind of good because I mean that's like a thing when you go to a bar. Like if you order like a Jameson and a pickleback, look at this photograph.
"Look at this pickleback.
Look at this pickle, Rick. Every time I do it, makes me laugh.
Look at this pickle, Rick."
Look at this pickle, Rick. But yeah, but that's like a thing in bars is a pickleback. So why not a pickle beer? It's not that bad. But you have to. I guess it's like if you
You remember that
drink
Peter Piper guy?
Who?
Peter Piper?
Picked a pair of pickled peppers.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about him?
I can't stand that fucking guy.
Hey.
Oh, I thought you were referring to the allegations that were
put
just
something
levied against Peter Piper
in the private chat here.
Peter?
I'm going to bring it up again.
What if Josie just pulls off a latex mask and it was Sal all along? I mean, Sal really squeezed into this Josie suit.
They do have similar Italian likability.
Yeah, they're
Sal
both Italian.
Volcano?
No.
I was like, am I that likable? Oh my god.
Sal,
but we have a very likable Sal on this channel.
Yeah.
He's who I started the channel with, and he and I usually do a show every Sunday, but he's just been absent lately I guess his life is just like falling apart. I don't know what's going on. Because like every week he's like, I think I'm probably definitely getting divorced now.
Yeah.
And then
I'm
next
the anti-Sal. Everybody hates me.
And then the next week,
you are like evil Sal.
Yeah,
you
Mega
are.
Sal.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, he's Italian. You're Greek. It's like you're like the scratched up side of the.
Everybody drink. We
face
mentioned Greece. Everybody in the chat has to drink.
Oh, look at Grease Lightning, go Grease Lightning.
I thought, you know how we do the menu bit here, Dalton?
Oh, yeah.
Do what?
We do the menu bit here. I really do want to go back to appreciating our fans. A friend of the Crowder Boys, friend of Corn Fed. I got a menu in the private chat of Broseph Smith's wedding that happened this weekend. We could go over the menu that they had at their wedding. It looks delicious. We're all foodies here.
Yeah, Josie, what kind of food do you like?
Any
You like chicken nuggets?
I do. I love chicken nuggets.
You like the ones that are shaped like dinosaurs?
Oh, they could be shaped like shaped like fucking swastikas, and I'd eat them. I love chicken nuggets.
Do you like
chicken nuggets? Are good.
How do you feel about Here Comes the Airplane?
I'm not big into that because it's never actually an airplane, and that's a bit of a letdown.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't like that. I don't like a relationship that starts on lies.
That's so true.
Do you cook or do you?
And then after all that faking with the airplane, those same people have the gall to steal your nose.
Exactly.
And then they gaslight you with peekaboo.
Oh God, don't get me started. These fuckers keep disappearing on me. It's so mean.
My mommy keeps disappearing and reappearing, and
why would you abandon me like that?
So is that a full flavored Coke or a Coke Zero?
Coke Zero.
That's a Coke
yeah,
Zero
we're
short.
Coke Zero house here too.
I just crushed the Coke Zero.
Yeah, I got a Coke Zero on.
I'm
deck.
actually switched over to Sprite Zero plus tea, which is really good. No caffeine. It's just a little kick of the tea at the end. Highly recommend if you can find it near you.
Josie,
I just bought the Coke Zero. Was it strawberries and cream?
That's
that's
Pepper.
really good.
That's a Dr. Pepper flavor.
Yeah, the Dr.
Pepper. Yeah.
But Coke has Cherry Zero, which is also
the Cherry Coke
I
Zero.
have Cherry Zero Coke.
Yeah.
I think that's my favorite diet
That's
soda.
an S tier. Yeah.
that rules.
Wow, everyone
used to
likes
drink-
so much more than Katu. I think the fans might have turned on Katu after that dating show.
No,
I thought she was cool. I didn't know who she was, and I thought she was cool.
Katu just has like the what's the word I'm looking for? Like the
Autism.
yeah, she has like female autism, which can just come across as like being a bitch.
No, she's nice. Yeah,
She's autistic.
Was she pounding a Miller High Life
She
tall
was
boy?
in fucking
on the
Miller
show?
High Life like a 32 ounce. Yeah.
What you got against female autism? What's
She's
wrong
got
with
the
that?
other type of autism. Yeah.
by day.
She has the kind that's like very acerbic, where she's like, she comes across as very like cold and kind of mean.
Yeah, that's
almost.
what my favorite part
She's
about
nice.
was
She's
on
very,
the
she's
show. I
actually a
like
very
her.
warm person.
She's nice. Yeah.
She just
but-
reminds me of my Mediterranean family
MC
members.
Downtrend. I think she low key liked you a lot, MC.
Yeah,
I
we
think it
just
helped-
did, to give Josie some context, we just did a dating show with an autistic woman.
on
And
their other
Katu,
show. Yeah.
And we had our fans call in.
Yeah, we had the fans call in to try and woo her, and
Actually, we could give her a taste. Why don't we get Drew in here?
No.
And we could put Drew and Josie
Yeah, you know what?
side
Yeah,
by side with one another, and
will-
Drew could
I
raise
gotta
her
take
up.
a little- I gotta take a little break. So why don't you get Drew in here?
All right, I guess Drew can opt.
Yeah, we
in.
can have Drew. You're gonna love Drew Huntley. He's from California,
Okay.
and he can riz you up for a little bit.
We'll see if he hops in. But
Oh, he'll hop in.
yeah.
If I know Drew, I think he'll hop in. You never know what to expect if he does hop in.
That is true. It's very fun. I was
Yeah.
gonna ask you though, Josie. So, Josie, do you cook all your meals, or do you mostly eat out?
If I am,
She told you that she mostly eats out.
I asked her the question, Dave.
We had the bathroom talk already
Oh,
about the
that. I'm not.
bisexuality.
Get your mind out of the gutter, Josie. Go ahead.
when I am being unhealthy and like in the throes of my food addiction, I'm exclusively eating out. If I'm like, I love to cook, I do genuinely, and when I cook for myself, I tend to actually be healthy. Though I can do all the unhealthy Italian shit as well. But yeah, when I'm behaving and being healthy, I cook for myself. Otherwise, I am getting Thai food or sushi or whatever sounds delicious. And that's
What do you order when you go Thai? Do you get the pad see ew?
I'm a pad Thai girl.
Pad Thai?
Pad Thai, tofu, and shrimp. That's
That's a good combination.
my fucking jam.
I like the fry, like little crispy tofus. Those are good.
And
Yeah.
nice.
Do you
They're
get what spice level do you get? You get the 3, 4, 5?
I just like it mild. I like it nice and mild. I get the flavor of like the peanut comes through, and then yeah, it's good.
I usually try to like
Torture yourself.
I try to I in my mind I'm doing a thing where like I guess it's like an initiation ritual where I think they'll bring me in as a Thai person.
Yeah, the chef's gonna come out and be like, "Sir, you're one of us now."
Yeah, because I'll order it. I'll be like, "Hey, I want you to make it spicy like how y'all eat it." You know,
I would never want that.
like I'm trying to be like going native. Like I want to be part of the tribe, and then I'm just like, they bring it out, and I take the first bite. I'm immediately in pain.
I'm not even sure they eat like that back home. I think they just do it to torture Americans.
I think they're.
And they look out the kitchen and they're like, "Are they doing it again?"
No, they really do eat it for real like that back home. But
All right, we're gonna have the hair competition. We're gonna see if Drew or you has better hair.
I think he's got better hair. I don't have great hair.
Let's go, dog. Look at that lion's mane.
All right, well, maybe I have better hair than I thought I did.
Damn, I feel like I'm drinking a cup of body brain with all that lion's mane.
Drew.
I don't know how well y'all keep. I don't even know.
You got to
camera
picture him
angle,
with his
dog.
shirt off on a surfboard, Josie.
Was that English?
No.
No, Drew is from California.
Yeah, bro.
$5, Drew Huntley.
Nice
Drew's.
Thanks for all the super chats tonight, guys.
Drew is speaking English with an American accent, but he's also how many beers have you had, Drew?
Speaking Coors Light.
I'm at least at 23.
Okay.
Yeah.
I stopped
He's
counting,
speaking
but
English with a Coors Light accent.
I stopped counting, but definitely at 23. I mean, probably more.
By the way,
well, you guys have a heat wave going. You need to stay hydrated out there.
I want to
Heat
point
wave,
something out.
motherfucker, it's like 70 degrees. It's beautiful out here. It's California.
I want to point something out. Drew has drank 23 beers. He just said. Do you guys see that the sun is still out where he?
Yeah, dog.
It's Saturday. It's Saturday.
Saturday, and it's the summer. The sun goes down late.
Come on, bro.
No, I've done lots.
I started drinking at noon.
Nice, dude. I've drank like that a lot. I've definitely, in fact, the days where like drinking is, the activity, I'll start drinking at 10 so that I can have a nice buzz rolling throughout the whole day. Like 10 a.m., crack open an ice cold Keystone Light, and then pass out around noon, 1 o'clock, wake up, start drinking again. I've done
The most
that.
I've ever had is 5 drinks. And that has gotten me absolute shithouse blackout drunk. I have a thing, though. I can't, it's a genetic thing. I can't, my body doesn't process alcohol normally. So, like, one.
Genetic. So you're not Indian, though? Are you sure you're not, like, Native American?
Certain. I'm Irish and Italian.
I don't know where you're getting
None of that makes sense.
It's actually
Irish and Italian can drink.
Yeah, it's not from the Irish side. It's the Sicilian side. That's
Yeah, they have it's 2DHL or something like that, Gene, right? Where you don't process the alcohol as much.
But
you have computer viruses.
It's where one will like get me pretty drunk, which is why I don't drink really at all. Like I only do it on certain occasions because one will get me drunk, and then 2 is like fucked up, and then anything beyond that is like actually.
Yeah, that's Asiatic genetics.
You don't drink.
Everybody can get it, but it's mostly Asiatic. Yeah.
This ain't gonna work. If you don't drink, it ain't gonna work.
You have a designated driver wherever you go, Drew.
Oh,
yeah,
we could make a love connection right here.
I'm sorry, am I on a dating show right now?
Yeah, hey Drew.
I don't know what we're doing.
Can we get a guest appearance of your pet? Can you show her your pet?
Or we go to the well?
Have we gone to the well too much?
Drew keeps calling this
You're
a
still in
raccoon.
the tree, dog. It's my archery range.
It's dubious as to whether this is I don't know if this is a raccoon.
No, it's just left in the sun for so long that it's bleached out. But yeah, it's a raccoon. It's a beautiful. It's a beautiful taxidermy raccoon, which I don't kiss it. I get close.
He gets close. He does get close.
Okay.
Yeah, Drew Huntley is.
Oh,
great.
she liked it.
Yeah.
Holy shit!
This will all be yours, Josie. West
Certainly
Coast living. Look, we're gonna send you and Drew an all expense paid trip when you're out on the West Coast on a date for dinner. You guys can
hold on.
all corn. It's gonna be on corn fed, all expense paid date. The
Nope,
two of
I'm
you.
not paying for that.
Yeah, that's not
We'll take it
happening.
off per diem when you're
get
out
Drew-
there
I
doing
have
the
other
podcast.
obligations. I can't agree to that.
I'll say
I'll
this:
get
if I'm
fucking
ever,
stabbed.
I'm
If
sorry. I'm sorry. I was just in a relationship with a neuroscientist who was a multimillionaire for 4 years, and I just got rejected by some dude who has a fucking dead raccoon hanging to a tree in his backyard. And
Not
23
some dude,
years
Drew Hunt.
This is
This
Drew
is
Huntley.
the Drew
Yeah, I'm
Huntley
not
dude.
just some dude.
yeah, this is Drew's on
I'm
the
a
trip.
dude.
I'm gonna kill myself.
I'm the dude.
He's got a lot of suitors. He was
What is some
very. He
neuroscience?
did really well with Katua last week as well. So
Oh yeah, I did great. I got
That's
a
crazy.
4. She gave me Brendan Sagalow's dick rating. I was like, come on,
oh yeah,
ho.
you got 4 out of 10.
That's insane.
Are dicks measured on a scale of 10?
I would think so.
I was hoping it was going to be like Roger Ebert, where it's just
I'm
five.
hoping it's
just
1 out of 5 myself.
Yeah, I was hoping I'd be happy with a 3 out of 5, but a 3
Yeah,
out
I'm
of
hoping
10,
it's on a scale of 5 myself. Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, no, this is Drew's not a neuroscientist, but he works hard. Like he's
Yeah.
He just rejected me. He can go fuck himself.
He's not.
I do actually have experience in neuroscience. I actually know a couple of neuroscientists and have worked with them in doing psychedelic research. So that is crazy you brought that up. Either way, I actually studied neuroscience. It's crazy. You bring
No,
that
I don't think
subject
Drew
up.
rejected you. I think it's that Drew knows that this, that it's not
I-
something that's
I'm
actually
talking.
possible.
I'm a faithful man. I'm talking to a lady. I'm not gonna fucking
Is it that raccoon that was over there?
riz up a lady.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to fuck with you guys. I'm not rizzing up a lady.
Yeah, he's already in a
I'm
serious
making you
relationship.
By the way, you're cool as
Joseph.
shit. I would drink a beer with you though. You're fucking chill
I
as
would
shit.
drink a beer with you.
Yeah.
I've seen you on fucking Zach and Miko shit.
Yay! I love that show.
Yeah.
It's so fun.
Yeah, I've seen
You've
fucking
seen her on
fucking-
Real Ass Podcast before that as well. Yeah.
I've seen her fucking chilling. She fucking rules, dude. Actually, kind of rules for a female comic.
Josie's cool.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying this.
Really
Josie's
nice.
cool.
She's
One
also
of the
good.
few,
You did the
like she
thing
said,
is, I
doesn't talk
believe
about
too.
her
That was
pussy the
good.
whole fucking set.
Yeah.
Well, we did get a
Even
little
though-
talk, but that's just because she had a clone growing in her vagina. So I thought that would
It's
be a
not
cool
in her
story.
vagina, in her ovaries, dude.
Did she name it Quado?
It can be now. I never gave it a name. I'm really the one thing that I regret there's a lot that I regret from that situation, but from like the actual surgery and getting it out, they asked me if I wanted to see it, and I said no. And I'm
I thought you were
really
gonna say they
sad
wanted you to put it in a jar.
No, I would have loved, honestly, like when they took my tonsils out, I asked if I could have those, and they said no. But I have a picture of them. And then I got a breast lift 3 years ago, and I asked if I could keep the skin, and they also said no. But I did see a photo of that. And then they asked me if I wanted to, I knew that I wouldn't be able to keep the tumor, nor would I want it. Because it has to go off to pathology. They have to make sure that it's not cancerous, all that good shit. But they did ask if I wanted to see it, and I said no. And I do regret a little bit not looking at it.
Get them all. What are you? That's art. Yo,
Yeah.
Before this podcast started, my sister called me stupid bitch sister. She's talking about how she found out Alex Gray, the artist Alex Gray, is fucking corpses and shit back in the day. And that
Really?
Oh yeah,
He's a
100%,
necrophiliac?
dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%, dude. There's pictures. There's the picture evidence and video evidence of Alex Gray fucking corpses.
Yeah.
By the way,
Is there really a victim in that?
no,
I know why it's illegal.
that's what
but
I tried to
it's-
argue,
it's
dude.
A little less. I think it's low on the scale.
I've heard that it probably happens more than we realize. Like I've heard that there's issues with like
A lot
guys who
more.
work in morgues that they'd
Yeah,
be
for
fucking the
sure.
corpses.
Is it David
Why are
Cross
you
that has a
working in
whole
a
bit
morgue?
about that? When he's
I don't
dead,
know.
he's like, when I'm dead, you can just fuck me in all my holes. David Cross used to have
I
an
don't
atheist
know.
bit.
That was a joke on It's Always Sunny. I remember that. I don't know.
Yeah, I kind of don't want you to fuck me in all my holes when I'm dead, and I'd rather you not just cut me open and do weird shit.
I do believe that one of the things that kind of like separates us from like animals or like lesser creatures is the respect that we give to our dead. That's sort of like one of the foundations of civilization and just like
Elephants do
human.
it too.
Do what?
Elephants do it too.
They're very smart. Yeah, elephants are smart. So elephants and people, we know what's up. But I do think that like the way we at least have some sort of honoring of the dead is
I'm not saying we should be
like
fucking our
foundational
dead.
to society.
All right, I'm not pro necrophilia. I want to make that clear. All I'm saying is I think it's lower on the list than say raping a live person.
Yeah, for sure. Out of all of the sex crimes, I think necrophilia is the least bad. Still a crime, and I get it, but definitely.
Well, is it justified? What's more justified?
Necrophilia.
What if it's a child's corpse?
Oh.
See, there you go. Now that's a real head scratcher.
That's
what if it's John
definitely
Benet Ramsey?
worse
She was
than
dead.
regular sized person.
Yeah.
Necrophilia.
I would say.
But it's a better alternative than straight up pedophilia.
Yeah.
Necropedophilia.
Yeah.
I guess so. Yeah.
I mean,
Because
that's a good band name.
but that's gotta hurt the family more because when you're having a victimless crime, you're trying not to hurt
it's
anybody.
not that victimless,
If people were to
dude.
find
There's
out
a
about
family-
that, the family is the victim. Yeah.
Dude,
There's probably necropedophiles out there. There's got to be like
Probably,
one,
yeah.
right?
There's
This is creeping me out now.
unfathomable.
We found my creep zone.
Yeah, it's
This
sort
is
of like
making me nauseous.
there is like to us like just unimaginable, unreal kind of evil that lurks beneath the surface of so many people. So like I guess you just never know.
Yeah,
that's
so then
that's sort of like what's demonstrated in a lot of the works of David Lynch is like the sort of like the demonic nature of people that exist beneath the idyllic presentation of like a small town or whatever it may be.
I think people are fucking more corpses in the city, personally.
I get,
than a
but
small
yeah,
town.
it doesn't.
More corpses in the city.
Yeah.
Nobody's fucking corpses.
Don't concern yourself
Probably
with
the
the setting.
rarest-
It's more just
Quit
that
kink
like
shaming people during Pride Month.
it's more just that like you look at somebody like Casey Anthony, hot mom, nice butt cheeks. You wouldn't, prior to her doing what she did, you would not suspect that was a woman capable of such an atrocious act as killing her own daughter and
You
chopping her
put
up.
kids in her.
Right?
That
Yeah.
she would drown.
Yeah. So it's like the brutality
gonna
and
do it.
violence to which people are capable is like one of those I guess like harsh realities that kind
Do
of
we
exist
know
in-
if she had like a cyst on her ovary or something when this was all
Maybe,
going on?
maybe that's why
Because
she's
look what
walking
happened
free
to
now.
Josie
Hey,
when
that's-
she was in her homeland and she
Yeah.
had
Yeah.
The
I just
ovarian
feel
cyst,
like
that's
that
crazy.
my belief is that like these sorts of things, these sort of the violence of which people are capable is real. We've seen the violence that Israel is capable of. Yeah.
yeah.
But it's like something that kind of exists on the periphery of our understanding and perception that you can't really think about it too much because you'll go crazy. But it's,
Are we
yeah,
broadcasting during World War III right now, by the way?
I guess so. Yeah.
Yeah. How you
Shout
doing,
out
Josie?
World War III.
You're looking pretty good now that World War III kicked off, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess we're gonna run back the Iraq War playbook because I
It's
mean,
so
I
dumb.
look, politics is like treacherous waters, because you start talking about it, and then
I don't understand why people keep voluntarily signing up for the military. Just stop joining
they're
the military.
poor. You don't.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah,
fucking
that's
poor.
why. It's because they're poor.
Yeah, that's the only people. It's not. There's nobody affluent. Like
no,
that's,
my
that's
cousin's
the-
one of those gun ho hoorah guys.
Yeah, there's a couple of those, but the majority is like it's people who want to afford college and also need that signing bonus and know that they will have like more job security than they would.
The home loan is the biggest thing. You get a home loan, you can buy a house.
Yeah,
you can buy a house. That's what everybody's really looking for. I mean, you look for all that other shit. You're like, okay, whatever, but I could buy a house. Especially, I'm out here in California. That's the biggest thing you ever look for. I could actually buy a house in California. That's an insane prospect.
I live in a bad part of Philadelphia where my car.
Hey,
was
don't
in my house and I had
dox
to-
yourself.
So, how big of a house would you like? If I could buy you $1 million house, would you push a button?
That's not that much now.
Push a button that droned a church with a wedding going on in it?
All day, dude.
I'm just saying, it's not worth it. It's not worth it.
Let's do it right now.
Yeah, I guess we're gonna.
That's the answer I was assuming it was gonna happen.
It does look like we're gonna run back the Iraq War playbook, which is I mean that was a fun time culturally. We had Lincoln Park, they're back.
They are back.
One thing's for sure, we'll definitely
Biscuit.
figure out the politics of the war here on Corn-Fed Saturday Night Hang. We get the brain trust right here.
I love
all
this
the answers.
expression that Craig just came up with. Drew's letting the Blue Mountains talk. Yeah, Crack and I, Crack Amico, myself, and Robbie, who was here, we do a show every Wednesday called the Crowder Boys on the Crowder Boys channel. Josie, you have an open invite. Come on the show anytime.
I'll come whenever. That's so fun.
Yeah.
This Wednesday I can't because I am filming the test episode for my podcast.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to ask you on that short notice, but we'll schedule something. You come on,
I would
Craig.
love to. That sounds really fun.
You'll love Crack.
I do love Crack. He's the best. I've met him.
She's from Philly. Of course she likes crack.
Hey,
Come on now.
Hey.
No, I actually on my birthday. This is so gay. On my birthday, I had a long drive back to Philadelphia with my best friend, and she doesn't know anything about the podcast world or Gas Digital or anything. But I was trying to I was trying to reference something in a rap from Crack Amico, and then I realized she wasn't going to get any of it, so I had to start from the beginning. And thank God he has like a history of Crack Amico videos, so I showed her that, and then I had to like give backstories as to who everybody was and what all the podcasts were, and she hung in there like a trooper. But it was fun, and she really liked his stuff. So he's super talented.
I've always wondered what it would be like to try and explain any of the things I am. Yeah, like trying to explain that to anybody who's not online all the time. It just feels like psychotic.
Huh?
Who's your friend and what's she getting into tonight?
She's married to a Marine. So she's busy.
She sounded cool. She sounded chill.
Pretty cool and chill.
Hell yeah.
But
she ruled, dude.
So when you go on Crowder Boys, maybe you and your father can come on. Since you're going to be promoting a podcast, that'll be an interesting dynamic.
I'm gonna do some podcast. If this really goes off, like if we really actually make this podcast happen and it works,
yeah.
I'm gonna do some podcast appearances beforehand. I'm gonna let him get used to the whole podcasting thing, and then maybe in the future he can come on stuff. But to start out, I'll mostly make some rounds myself.
I've heard you.
So you
talk
still have
about
a
him.
dad?
Huh?
You have a dad right now?
I do, and he's the best.
I was gonna say.
So include him on all of this and record all of it, because I'll tell you, as somebody who lost his dad, you want all of this recorded, dude. All of your dad moments.
Yeah.
You'll find him.
Oh yeah, we're
Yeah, you'll find your dad. Did you look under the couch?
Yeah, he's there somewhere.
Sorry,
Right,
what were you
No,
gonna
I was
say?
gonna say
Hold on.
I've heard you talk about your father in some podcasts, and I've seen
love
some
him.
tweets or whatever. I think the podcast will be really good because, especially with some of the stuff that's seen online, to show a healthy father-daughter relationship would be really good for people to see how you guys communicate and talk and have fun together.
Well,
So
and
I think you guys would be good.
I hope
Yeah.
so. I love my dad. Like my dad is legit like just one of the best dudes in the world. He's very funny. He's very charismatic. So I know that I think he'll be a good podcast partner. But that's also the thing is like, he knows I'm a comedian. He's heard my stand up. He's heard me be a bit flagrant, on podcasts.
Oh, you've been on Andrew Schultz's podcast?
I wish. I wish I would suck up to that guy and just play along and pretend to be a wigger for 3 hours. That's fine. I would do it. It'd be great. We'd love
I
it.
actually watched it recently for the first time in a long time because Shane and Gerby's were on, and I'm just so hooked on Gerby's right now. I'm a 100% Gerby's fan. Everything that he's been on, I even watched him on Andrew Santino's golf thing, and I don't know. It kind of maybe I'm wrong because maybe you actually have first-hand experience with him, but it feels good to see almost like a normal nervous guy not pretending to be some big celebrity.
Yeah,
actually get some fame. It
Wait,
rules
Dave, did you
watching
say
him.
golf?
So yeah, golf.
Okay. So this is
Andrew Santino has a golf program, and he
Well,
had
Santino's a known
Gerby's.
predator.
He had
now. This
Gerby's
is like
I have
something
inside info. That guy's a predator.
Yes,
He's like,
but this is something I've been getting into lately. I'm excited to share with.
I've never had
everybody.
sex with Andrew Santino.
I've not.
I
Been playing-
would.
Hold
but
on.
I didn't consent to it.
Listen, I don't know how to play. I've never played golf. I don't know anything about golf.
Oh.
But I found a TV show on Apple TV Plus, a new show called Stick, starring Owen Wilson and Mark Maron and Judy
Wow.
Greer.
Yeah.
And the best way I could describe it is Serious Gilmore, because it's like it's basically the plot of Happy. It's a TV show that's like very similar to Happy Gilmore, where it's like Owen Wilson is sort of the Carl Weathers character. So he's like an older. He used to be very good at golf, and now he's kind of like faded.
Mhm.
And then he finds a
So he's ashy.
Unhappy Gilmore, I guess you could, or sad.
So wait, he
sad
plays
Gilmore.
the magical Negro though.
Well, Owen Wilson kind of fills the role of magical Negro in this
Okay.
show, but he's like the main character, right? So he's out teaching, like he's teaching golf lessons to this old lady one day, and then they kind of like it definitely draws a lot. Is either influenced by or is just lifting from other sports movies, because they kind of do like the scene from Kingpin where Woody Harrelson just hears the strike that was bowled. Because he hears somebody hitting golf balls and he goes, "Man, what is that?" You know, he can tell he's a golfer, a really good golfer in his midst.
All the ghosts.
So it's all
tropes.
about him going up to that kid who's hitting golf balls real hard and trying to convince that kid to let him coach him, to take him on the road. And Mark Maron's in it. I'm enjoying it so far. It's good. It's a fun little just what was heartwarming program, only available on Apple TV Plus, $9.99 a month. Owen Wilson is so
Promo code
he's so
Corn
charismatic. I'm always happy to see Owen Wilson. Like he's very fun. He's so charming. Shanghai Noon.
Yeah, I liked him in
Shanghai Nights.
It was Wedding Crashers.
So is
Hall
that an
Pass
Apple
with
ad?
the giant penis scene he did with the hot tub in Hall Pass.
Yeah.
That was
Josie,
funny.
you reading the chat now?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I saw it
What?
and I was like,
You-
I haven't
yeah,
read it at all, and I need to.
You had chat face. I know that look when
Yeah.
you finally see the chat.
She's really turning into Sal right now because Sal loves the chat.
Hey Josie, what's the chat saying?
Drill bit Taylor.
They're
He's
just
a
naming
good
Owen Wilson stuff.
Hell
Josie,
yeah.
you're cool. That was very nice. Thank you.
Josie, you are
He
cool.
is
Yeah,
pretty
little
cool.
goblin fella follows you on Twitter now.
Oh hell yeah.
Wait, how do I follow
Taylor.
this whore on Twitter? That's what, I didn't mean to call you that. How do I follow you on Twitter?
She's at Josie on
didn't
all
know you
her
called me.
social media.
He said, "How do I follow this hoe on Twitter?"
That's crazy.
Drew, please
You're
be
gonna want to
polite.
follow her on Instagram,
Sorry.
and you want to gonna scroll down and find her bikini
She's
pics.
Oh my god, I'm gonna hide all the bikini photos. That's crazy.
Do you
I've
like
seen
wear a
most of the
2-piece or a
photos.
1-piece?
What?
Do you wear a 2-piece or 1-piece? bathing
When I'm in
suit?
shape, I wear a 2-piece. When I'm fat, I wear a 1-piece.
Okay.
Damn, she
Yeah.
got the same method as me.
I know that people tell me
crazy, bro.
people tell me that I look like the kind of guy that wears a shirt in the pool, but I've never had that problem. Like even at my fattest, I still am like, if I'm going swimming, the shirt in the pool. So
Whatever.
I tried shirt in the pool one time because when I was a kid, I was chubby and I was
It's
self-conscious.
crazy.
And I did shirt in the pool once, and I said, "This is just so uncomfortable. I'd rather just everybody knows I'm fat.
Yeah,
like the shirt is not concealing anything. It's not hiding that from anybody."
Big J says it all the time.
If anything, it makes you look fatter.
In the pool.
Yeah, it's a very like
Like
it comes from a place of insecurity, like doing shirt in the pool, but it only accentuates how fat you are. Like it just makes you look so much fatter.
It looks like you're in cellophane. Like it's crazy.
Yeah, you look like a big
Shrink wrap
slice of American cheese.
you made a funny joke on Crowder Boys that Robbie and Crack ignored like 2 weeks ago when they were talking about the water level in Mario Brothers, and you said, "Yeah, I hate that level. I just put a shirt on and swim underwater or something," and they just flew right over.
I try not to think about it because that's so scary.
It was super funny.
That level is,
it
by
cracked
the way,
me up. That's why I remember it.
When we talk about Super Mario 64 scary, that is one of the scariest levels. Is Wet Dry World.
Yeah.
Josie, do you do video games?
How do you control the water levels, bro? How am I not going to drown? What the fuck? This is crazy, bro.
No, the
I gotta
fire
be hitting
levels
the
are the one that
switch.
give me anxiety. The one with the fire things.
I don't
that
care about
spin,
fire,
the things
bro.
that
I've
go
been
up and
burnt.
down. No, the
I've
water's
been
fine.
burnt.
Yeah, I never minded the fire. The fire levels were fun.
The one with all the spinning fire like everywhere and the balls going
Fire.
through and the up and down. No, those are the toughest.
You're talking about
levels,
Super
man.
Mario Brothers 3. You're talking about you're so old.
Yeah.
You're
it's
talking,
not my shit.
those are not scary. Super Mario 64 is
They're
scary.
anxious.
Super Mario 64 is scary.
No, Mario World.
Bro,
was
you gotta
easy.
find an ice, motherfucker.
I got
and
all
a
the coins in Mario World. That
Hey,
one was easy and fun.
You remember sliding against the penguin?
Oh, that was fun. Yeah.
Yeah, and then
No.
you lose every time. You're like, man, fuck this fat penguin motherfucker, dude. You want to fight him, but you can't. You're like,
Ironically, Luigi's Mansion is not as scary as Super Mario
right.
64.
Let's get Josie back in the game here because she's starting to zone out. Let's play
Yeah,
one of
Josie.
these. Let's get a reaction video to to a little goblin fellow or Robbie's third cousin's super chats here from the
Oh my
beginning.
god, we're gonna watch a song, listen to a song.
Well, maybe it'll spark something. Maybe it'll spark
Okay.
something.
Spark something in Josie. Well, what's
They did
Josie's
pay.
deal besides being a comedian?
She's a cosplayer. She's a neuroscientist.
We'll do a little
lover.
corn-fed radio, a little frequency modulation. FM.
Yeah, we're gonna do some frequent. Her mother's a DJ. She's gonna know exactly what to do when you start playing the
Damn,
music.
this
I
is
do want to know
great.
what she's drinking
This
on.
is, by the way, this is
Cheers,
kismet.
Josie.
This
Oh,
is
yeah.
kismet because no joke. Little Goblin Fella said, "Stained. It's been a while." Hank Hill cover. I just typed in.
I just came here to talk to you.
I just typed
would like
in.
to hear that.
Yeah, I just typed in on YouTube. I just went to youtube.com and on my homepage that is recommended.
Yeah.
So I didn't even have to search. We're syncing up.
Who recommended that?
Yeah, we're all gonna have our periods at the same time soon.
By the way, I think Lily Abernathy, who made the Sam Morril sticker that we see here, I think she might have like created Morocco's basilisk. I think she did something.
I don't want to say anything. She sent me some private messages, and if they're true, there's big things coming.
Yeah, I don't know exactly what's going on, and I think she's been careful with what she sent me, so that I don't even know too much if I go flapping my lips. But I think she is birthing the AI god. Is all I know. So
my lips are sealed, but there's going to be big things. Go follow Lily Abernathy on X and Instagram.
Lily is the beginning of T2.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The sequel to T2. Or it was
T3,
but
Rise of the
it's not
Machines.
T3. It's a whole different universe of
Here,
T1 being brought
just
in.
here. Let's just here.
Yeah, WKNIGG.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I'm glad I could share that moment with all you guys. Very touching.
That was a very Robbie moment. I was like, where is he for this moment? He needs to be here.
I've been listening to a lot of Stained in the last 6 months, so that was good. That was
You've been bumping Aaron Lewis. You've been bumping that Aaron Lewis music.
Listening to a lot of like dad music from the early.
Even getting emo. You get emo over the breakup.
Yeah, it's like a weird thing that happens because I remember like at that time, like when all that was on the radio, it was played so much. I was like, I don't know if it was because the music sucked or just because it was overplayed, but I was like, I hated it at that time.
It
and
sucked,
like,
dude.
It is. It's not good, but
it's bad, dude.
I love it. I went to a concert of it. Like I went to a festival that was basically just like dad rock the whole time.
Me and Ian have talked about this. Ian, who was in the chat earlier, his band Holy Coast. Check them out, folks. About how like I guess like getting older, but having been either a child or adolescence at that time, it's like now we have this like appreciation for butt rock, where it's like just actually just choosing to listen to Puddle of Mud or something like that. Like now,
yeah, but it's great that they're taking all these songs. They're getting Hank Hill to sing them. We listened to Homer Simpson sing them last week.
That is probably
so that makes it fun.
Yeah, that is probably the most righteous and virtuous use of artificial intelligence is to get cartoon dads to sing pop songs.
I agree. That's the one thing I can get behind with it.
Yeah, because like a lot of these other uses feel like when I see a headline like the Department of Defense just gave OpenAI $200 million, I get scared because I know that money is not going towards like Hank Hill covering Lady Gaga.
Yeah.
You know?
You don't trust Sam Altman to make moral choices.
I don't trust Sam Altman. I don't trust Peter Thiel. I don't trust any of these guys.
So how is that idea better than Jiminy Glick reading the Bible?
That's not a bad idea,
That's
Drew.
a good idea.
If you want Jiminy Glick to read the Bible, there's an AI for that.
Yeah.
Robbie, I'm so sorry that you've gone through a breakup that you had to use AI to get over.
It's not only that he's asking AI about it. It's like, and I'm also a sensitive gay boy like Robbie, but it's a breakup that happened like 2 years ago.
Well, he's got to get to the bottom with it. Time doesn't, time.
Look,
it's different. Breakups are different for everybody.
Look, time may or may not. Look, the thing about wounds is they scar.
Yeah.
So though the wounds may heal, there is scar tissue.
I don't want to give Josie false hope.
Robbie felt a good gash, and he needs a better gash.
Yeah, I don't want to give Josie false hope, but if your ex was a neuroscientist, right?
He is, yeah.
And the injury that you had was neurological. You might want to reach out and explain the situation if you think that it ended because of a neurological issue.
It did.
He might understand.
He might. My thing is that like, and I don't want to talk too much about him, but like he's a good dude, genuinely. And even though I wasn't at the wheel, and I know that like there was an extenuating circumstance, but that whole ordeal and what I put him through, I know had to be insanely traumatic. And so,
but if he's a neuroscientist, you might luck out because it was a neurological issue based on the hormonal situation.
I know that I want to honor whatever sort of space he needs.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is I will explain what happened, but I'm going to let him reach out about. I'm going to let him reach
and
out.
I also had the same thought that Darren Bianco in the chat has, was your ex perhaps experimenting on you neurologically, Josie?
I have a bit about that. I've made that joke in the
Yeah,
past.
what was he doing? What was his actual like? What was he doing
Huh?
when it comes to neuroscience? Like, what was he doing? Like, what was
He founded and runs a company that is
injects
responsible-
vaginas with brains.
Hey, let her answer the question.
He basically he is trying to standardize all of the data in the neuroscience field, so that way neuroscientists can communicate with each other and share their findings, and it helps further research. I don't want to get too into it because it is a niche thing, and like I don't want to reveal who he is, and like, but you know.
Well, I'm not looking into who he is. I'm just looking into the types of research.
No, I know.
Well,
but
that's why I was
So
interrupting
he's
and making a
compiling.
joke, so
he's
she's not
compiling data about
doxing her
people.
ex.
He's not.
No.
No, nobody's here to
I don't
dox
wanna
her
get-
ex, but
I don't want to get too in. He's like one of the only people in the world that does the thing that he does. So I don't want to reveal too much because then that will like kind of inherently dox him.
well, let me ask you this, Josie. So this guy, your ex, was a multimillionaire, renowned.
I also shouldn't have said that either, and I shouldn't say multimillionaire.
Neurosurgeon. But
I'm
hold on.
not a neurosurgeon.
She
I
dated
said it.
Peter Thiel, okay?
Hold on, here's
Thiel.
my question. Oh, I got a question. Josie, do you like fat broke podcasters?
Not broke. No.
He owns a lot of fart coin.
Do you like guys who owe Venmo money?
I tweeted out the other day because this is true because so there was never mind. I can't even say that. I don't want to get into who I have romantic relationships with. But there was a person that I had a little fling with after the whole, little rebound thing after me and my ex, just
Andrew Huberman.
And
this is the Spill the Beans podcast. You spilled
he
beans.
was a man of size, and I realized in that little venture,
Weight size.
yes.
Let's stop trying. She's not going to dox anybody. Let's not.
No, I'm just trying to figure. I didn't know what she meant by size. What the story is about.
Size, meaning like he was heavy. And I realized in that Lev Fur has a girlfriend. But I realized through that I realized I was attracted to bigger guys, and I've had more of an interest in that since being with that person. And I tweeted out, I think I'm attracted to fat guys. What the fuck? On Twitter, just because I thought that.
Oh, I got tagged in that post.
And then your DMs just got filled up and she had to log out.
Dude, I've never had my DMs hit like that. I forgot that people follow me, and I was like, "Whoa, my bad, dude. I didn't mean to. That wasn't me looking for it. I'm just expressing a thought."
I thought most girls like a bigger guy because they want to feel small. Am I wrong?
I don't know. I don't really know.
I get another one of those bizarre things that Dave says where I'm like, oh, I've never heard that.
I hear that from women all the time that they like bigger guys because it makes them feel small and dainty.
I like all sorts of people. I don't really have I have a type that I'm like, wow, you're like my dream. But like other than that, I think I can find a multitude of people attractive. My ex wasn't like the one that I'm like, oh my god, that's like my go-to, like that's my dream boat. But I found him so hot and I loved him.
Let me tell you this: I have $4,500 in a 401k through Fidelity. So even if I get fired, I still keep that 401k.
That's pretty impressive.
You know what I mean? So it's like
I want to fuck
401k is not contingent upon my employment.
Did you just say out loud, just I want to fuck you to Dalton?
Yeah. Yes. It
was really funny, and I wanted to make sure I heard it right.
Yeah,
I
don't know
rules.
I don't really know what a 401k is or what it does, but I know that
I don't know what it is either. But I'll fuck you for some money, dude.
Yeah, I know that I found out I had one through my job, and there was more money in it than I was expecting. I was like, that's a nice surprise.
That's a crazy amount of money, dude.
Yeah, it's like I've been there like a year and a half, and I was like, oh, this is cool.
What?
I just thought I was getting not paid that much, but I guess like more money than I realized was going towards my 401k. So that's cool. I guess I am financially responsible.
Yeah, good for you.
Just when you don't know about it.
Yeah, it kind of sounds like you aren't financially
No, I'm
I
not,
know what's
dude.
going on right now is he's like, how can I convert this 401k into meme coins?
Yes, I have been. Yeah, I've been wondering.
Or how can I take it to a gas station casino?
Is there any way to circumnavigate the taxes on withdrawing my 401k so that I can fully port it into meme coins?
I want Robbie back. I want to talk about his ex situation.
Oh, Robbie.
Pull me off. You get Robbie back.
Robbie back. We got another half hour.
Robbie,
love you guys.
Back in here.
Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, Robbie. I wonder, does Robbie
Drew?
turn on the girl voice and talk to ChatGPT so it's a female voice talking back to him?
Robbie says he'll be back in a second. He's listing things on eBay. So yeah, I mean, because of the fomenting war in the Middle East, the markets are topsy turvy.
Yeah,
I am hemorrhaging money on meme coins right now. So
I didn't realize that Iran affected the meme coins.
Well, so the markets, whether it's the stock market, any financial market, is affected by uncertainty. The markets don't like that. So you'll see like people will start
people are
money,
going crazy even at my grocery store.
Yeah, so what you'll see is like all the big money, all the market makers and people who like inject a lot of liquidity into these things will start sidelining themselves just to see what happens. And so you'll see like everything start tanking. And then you get the people who start panic selling, and then people selling at a loss even. And so, and then that affects everything. So like stocks, the Bitcoin and Ethereum and all that, and then even the meme coins.
Yeah.
And there's no rhyme or reason for it. It's like if everybody just kind of held and was calm, that wouldn't happen. But it's all psychological. So yeah, ever since there's been this like talk of I guess going to war with Iran, the markets.
Now we're in war with Iran.
Yeah, now Trump has bombed Iran, so we're gonna do that again. We're doing another war in the Middle East, and I guess I will say this is fertile ground for making a lot of money. Like if you can figure out where to put your money, like what to invest in. This is good. This is a good time to really secure yourself a nest egg.
If you look back at all the wars, there's always a huge re-up in the market after war.
Warren Buffett,
a rebuild.
Warren Buffett said, "Buy when others are fearful, sell when others are greedy." So right now it's a lot of fear, and that means it's buying time. But I don't have any more buying the dips left in me. I can't keep fucking buying dips. At a certain point, it's like, okay, I don't have enough. I don't have the money to keep buying dips. So I'll just see what happens. You know, to bounce back. I'm gonna get rich on cryptocurrency and podcasting.
My DeFi is doing well. I know you don't want to hear that, but my DeFi is still pumping out money, and I've been putting it on the side in a stable coin as well. So I haven't been buying new stuff until the bottom of the dip.
Josie, do you invest?
Are you into decentralized finance on the crypto blockchain, Josie?
I have purchased no investments, no stocks, no crypto, no nothing. I have a savings account and it's doing okay, but that's it. I know I need to invest.
No, not really, because the harsh reality that I recently found out, I was watching this guy, this sort of financial guru I like, Nicholas Crown. He made a good point where he said investing when you don't have assets is gambling. He was like, investing is not how you necessarily get rich, it's how the rich stay rich. So
yeah, that makes sense.
Just downloading the Robinhood app or getting into crypto and like buying all these things as investments when you don't have any actual equity or assets is pretty much just gambling, you know, which can pay off. I mean, it is the era of hyper gambling, whether it's investing or sports betting. That's pretty much like most of the economy now because all the jobs are gone. So all you got left is gambling.
Yeah, 75% of the jobs from my industry are completely gone. So I'm one of the lucky ones that still has work, but TV's dead.
Well, yeah, I've been getting into this because I've been like, I guess feeling some amount of dread lately not the porn star. I've not been getting fucked by that black porn star Dread, but I've been feeling like actual.
That's exactly what Josie and I were thinking.
No, yeah,
No, I'm unfamiliar with his work.
He has a very big penis.
Robbie's back.
Hey,
yeah. Sometimes they call it
black
the
guy with
Dread
a big
Challenge.
penis. Yeah.
Sometimes they say like,
who's that financial guru you said you liked?
Nicholas Crown.
Mariska Hargitay.
But I've been getting into that guy. He's this anthropologist and economic guy. He's dead now. David Graeber, and he wrote that book Bullshit Jobs, and that's like a really fascinating study because he kind of, after doing all the research he did, he came to the conclusion that about 40% at the time, this was probably 6 or 7 years ago, he came to the conclusion that about 40% of the global economy is propped up by jobs where people do nothing.
Yep.
That like 40% of the global workforce are working jobs where they do nothing all day. And so,
can you highlight Krakamiko's comment from 12:30?
Oh yeah, I didn't even see this. These guys are chill, Josie. I promise. They're just scared of girls. And Dave Wrong, Distinka is a little crazy sometimes. By the way, what if PETA met Sebastian? Robbie, you want to do that?
Remember the time I did. Why would you do that? Or the other way, I was thinking, what about remember the time when I met Bugs Bunny with Optimus Prime? Why did I do that? No, I meant the one from 12:30, like 5 minutes ago. He responded to me listing things on eBay, and I
didn't even see that.
Yeah, I don't really. Yeah, he dropped a lot of great comments, but I just want to tell him I don't appreciate that kind of sad.
Because Craig said super chat. He wrote it. This must be a regular chat you're talking about because I don't see a super chat.
Yeah, it's in the regular chat.
Now I gotta scroll through all these horny chats.
Okay, well,
are they horny?
Well,
not really. Honestly, no.
All right, I'll respond to him. Krakamiko said Robbie on eBay, but in reality, he needs Bay. Hey, Crack.
That's a bar. That's a bar, dude.
I know.
Yeah.
I wish I was in a bar right now. I like all your friends, Josie. I'm gonna grab one.
I love this bar. Robbie's microphone's making so much noise. I don't know what all that
we need to find out that when Robbie's talking to ChatGPT, if he's got the voice thing on and it's a woman's voice.
Man, I'll tell you what, dog. I'm pretty lo-fi. Like for the longest time, I thought like putting too much in the production of like doing a podcast or a live stream was foolish. But I did get like a nicer setup now. This microphone with the jib arm and the mixer.
Yeah,
this is nice.
Hey,
this is worth investing.
Look at this guy.
Hold.
Oh wow, is that a chicken? What is that?
No, it's a seagull with a French fry.
Oh, it's a seagull.
I'm on that seagull.
Seagull.
Oh my god!
Whoa!
What's this? What's your seagull getting into tonight? Mine is single.
The pirate seagull. Jolly Roger.
Eating out of depression. I don't like it.
Mine's gearing up for the war in Iran.
Yeah, he's already got the.
Oh, he's one of the Houthis. Yeah,
he's got one of those scimitars they use.
Yeah. Where's the rum gun?
Robbie, don't even remind me, dude. I miss Jack Sparrow so much.
Yeah, those are the days.
I mean, I am. I'll tell you what. You know what's.
Oh,
that's fun.
You know what?
Dalton, I did want to respond to something else. I think you say you keep buying the dip. I think that's where you could lose weight, man. You should just stop buying dips.
Stop buying some dips.
I'll be honest. I got hungry at that moment.
Yeah.
You know what?
Dips are good on their own. They don't need dip, in my opinion. That's just added calories.
I'm resisting these fucking coconut shortcake cookies that I got in Jamaica that I saw in my suitcase when I had to get my laptop charger. And it is, brother, I'm hurting right now.
I think you gotta eat them so you don't have them around the house.
I love coconut. That's a good flavor.
You got to eat them all in one sitting, so they're not
coconut water is more hydrating than water, so that's also cool.
In the ocean water at Sonic, the Sprite with blue coconut is an excellent beverage.
Which level is that?
Green Hill Zone.
Okay.
No, this is coconut news. So I went. It's the summertime.
No squash update, but we do have coconut
We
news.
do have coconut news.
So the person who said, you remember when I was on Zach and Miko's Morning Zoo talking about how much I loved her boy? Yeah, I did. But we were still exes. Like we've been broken up since November.
Sounds like you're still in love.
Oh yeah, 100%. I very much still love him.
You should reach out. You should reach out to him.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know that it would be welcomed.
Sometimes you do a successful no contact, waiting desperately that they will contact you. That's just a theory, though.
For me, just what I'm saying from a logical standpoint, if it was a neurological issue that ended things, you have the best chance of talking to a neurologist about that issue and them understanding.
Well,
especially if it was a long relationship that was good up to that point.
Right.
But
it was 4.5 years.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I get needing space.
A year
we
for
just
every
love
inch.
here. We just love on this show, and we would like to see.
We do love.
Yeah.
Love.
Josie, do you miss being in love?
I mean, I'm still very much in love. I miss the reciprocal love. Yeah. That's tough.
That's part of missing being in love.
Yeah. Well, listen, I have coconut news.
Okay.
So it's the
Is
summertime.
it nuts? Yep.
It's summertime, right? Well, I went to a shaved ice snow cone stand the other day, and I got a medium blue coconut snow cone. Well, it was half blue coconut.
From the deportation agents?
Yes.
Yeah.
You went to an ice stand.
It was part of an ice.
Did they know you were Latin?
Where they were giving out a free snow cone with every lead that you provided them.
Well, now they sound delightful. They sound delightful to me. I didn't know they're giving out snow cones.
Yeah. No, I got a medium sized snow cone. It was half. I got half blue coconut and half tiger blood.
Winning.
Winning. Honest DNA.
Winning.
Winning.
Oh, did you see? Flores.
DNA.
Jake Flores got in trouble for he was tweeting out the hotels where the ICE agents were staying.
Oh yeah, and some fucking right wing
fucking chud account. Who's obsessed with me? Got mad.
Wait, it's crazy that every time there's California riots that he flies out from New York.
No, he lives in California.
Oh,
now.
he does now. Okay, I thought he was flying from New York to go to the riots.
He's like such a transplant, though. It's so funny, but he acts like I've been here forever, and I think we should return this to native land. He's like, I don't know, dude. Shut up, Jake. Go back to Bushwick.
The
Tiger
opening cut to Lemon Party got me pretty good this week.
Tiger blood was always a flavor I would see at snow cone stands as a kid, and I would always order it because I always thought it tasted good.
Bob Tiger.
I never knew what I've never known what it is. So when I went, but I also really like the blue coconut, right? So when I went to the snow cone stand, I said I can't decide, so I'll do half and half. Then I looked it up, and it turns out Tiger blood is actually watermelon, strawberry, and coconut. So it was really heavy on the coconut flavor, where the coconut kind of washed out the other flavors at that point. But now I know what the tiger blood is, and what it would mix well with is pineapple, actually.
Yeah.
So that's something to keep in mind the next time I go to the snow cone stand.
Yep.
Which I know I was talking about losing weight, but it's hard for me to resist.
Look, man, there's no business like snow business.
Yeah, snow cones are a pretty healthy snack compared to the other things you can get into.
Yeah, snow cone's not that calorie dense.
That's good to hear. Yeah. So I could probably I go on the snow cone diet? Could I just eat snow cones?
I wouldn't do that.
You could be on the seagull diet.
Body by snow cones?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, someone says, remember, nothing tastes as good as skinny feels.
That is very true.
That's very much a gay man statement, Raphael.
That's such a gay thing. Are you eating a cannoli right now?
Yeah, Lindsay Lohan's in our chat.
Oh, that looks good. I'm enjoying these coconut updates. I want some coconut.
This is from Jamaica, and I had to eat it.
It's one of those things when I was a kid, I couldn't stand it, I guess, because of the texture, the way coconut feels. But as I've gotten older, I really appreciate an Almond Joy. or
Yeah.
Mounds.
The Allman
Yes.
Brothers.
The Almond
Yeah.
Bro. Oh, I mean, I've always enjoyed the Almond. Dickie
They're
Best. Come
a
on.
lot of fun. They were a lot of fun.
Yeah. We do have Michael Hall just dropped $20 for in the chat for this. We gotta. Oh, that's right. I did title this episode. I was just listening to this song earlier today, "Mexican Radio" by Walls of Voodoo.
Mm-hmm.
He's requesting Mexican Radio. I believe this might be this is probably a cover of the same song. I've never heard
Oh,
this.
Robbie's third cousin always has songs too.
Can we look at this? Can we look at this Lemaire T-shirt I found? I mean, it's on the.
We'll look at the Lemaire shirt first, and we'll listen to a song, and then we might be wrapping this up soon.
Fighting with Lemaire right now.
Why?
Oh, because he's black.
Yeah.
On Juneteenth.
Yeah. It's just been an ongoing battle since then.
Yeah, bisexuals versus Juneteenth for
Today. Well, today is
Authority of July.
Today is the Juneteenth for black people because they would be late to their own holiday.
Okay, Dalton.
Folks, welcome to Compound Media.
Yeah.
What's the Lemaire shirt? What is this?
Someone sent this in our Discord. I was like, first of all, I was like, holy shit! I can't believe that I live in a time when there's like an official Lemaire shirt.
I have a Lemaire shirt.
It's cool.
Is it anime?
I put it on presenting.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah,
Lameezy.
it's like, honestly
I didn't have that one.
not to shill for them, but Mountain Chain have really good official merch, and it's like actually pretty reasonably priced.
He's wearing like
Isn't
the
Lemaire
Black
actually
Adam hood.
pretty good with like graphics and stuff?
Lemaire?
Yeah, I heard he was like pretty good with the graphics and stuff.
I think he has a degree in it, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he makes all those flyers and everything for them.
Yeah, he makes
on and all the stuff for
airbrush family reunion shirts. And...
Yeah.
Why are you why are you fighting with Lemaire?
Because he's being Lemaire.
Yeah.
Is he being is it because you're a woman or because you like don't know about a Pokemon or something?
I don't know. He made me mad on. It's so stupid. I don't know. We got into we bickered earlier today, and so now I'm like, all right, well now we're.
Oh yeah. Bicker, please. You got to spill the tea. I'm a bicker lover.
Yeah.
So stupid. I'll share the shirt that I have in. I just put the shirt that I have of him in the private chat.
Oh, okay.
I always enjoyed. Why does everyone hate Lemaire?
I love Lemaire, and when I say like we're fighting, mentally I'm mad at him, but that can't last for more than like 12 hours. So
the chat that's awesome.
I like that.
Right?
Yeah.
Isn't that so fun?
Yeah, I love
I can't see.
that. I love the little Lemaire in the bus.
Yeah, it looks like a little Steven Universe.
Yeah. No, Lemaire's the best. He really
No,
is.
I mean in the chat they're all like Lemaire sucks, and I'm like,
he's our
he
friend.
was mean to me earlier, and so now I'm mad
that?
at him. But
he what?
he was mean to me earlier.
Oh, Lemaire, please don't be mean to Josie.
Yeah, Lemaire, please
I'm
stop.
so sensitive right
Lemaire,
now.
you don't have to be an incel anymore. You're friends with Shane Gillis.
Yeah, I can't tell if this is an ego thing because he got famous or a incel thing because he doesn't like women.
Lemaire and I are genuinely very good friends. Like
That's
we're
good.
good friends and have been since I moved to Philly. Since he met me, he did think that I was a bot when we first met. Like he
he must have just watched Austin Powers.
Mariska Hargitay.
Mariska Hargitay.
I went to Helium's open mic, which he was hosting, and I was like, "Hi, I'm Josie Marcellino. Like, nice to meet you." And he just stared at me. He was like, "I thought you were a bot." And I was like, "Oh,
What does that mean?
no, I'm a person." And he was like, "Are you sure you're not a bot?" And I'm like, "I'm standing right in front of you. No." And then he was like, "Okay." And he brought me on. And he pronounced my name wrong, and we've been friends ever since.
A black guy pronounced your name wrong, introducing you. Surprise.
I guess if I just knew Lemaire as like a podcast fan, I'd be like, why is this guy famous? Because that's actually a great question.
He's very funny. He's a very funny
No,
guy.
I think I love Lemaire, and I think he's really funny. Yeah, when he came on Loud Boys for the first time, he was talking about like something Scooby Doo being like inaccurately portrayed, and he was like, "I'm a do-head, man." And he kept he kept talking. He kept saying like, "As a do-head." That really made me laugh.
Yeah, Lemaire is cool.
He was also late, and then he came in with an ice cream in his hand, and he said, "Sorry, I'm late.
That is
I wanted to
a
get
move.
some ice cream."
You're like, I don't know if this is because you're fat or black, but all right, welcome to the show.
That's
You're
such a
late.
baller move to be running late and be like, I'm already late. I might as well get an ice cream.
Well, it's funny. Usually, the version of that is having a coffee in your hand, but he had ice cream. In his hand.
Damn, dude, that's good. Lemaire, shout out to Lemaire.
Shout out to the original Coward Hour with Lemaire Lee and Brendan Crick. And, the episode I was on that I uploaded to my YouTube. So if you want to hear me and Lemaire when we first met, it's on my YouTube. I'm writing
Lemaire.
I'm writing his black coattails as far as I can.
Oh, Robbie, I just noticed your shirt. Have you read Blood Meridian, Robbie?
I tried. I didn't love it actually. It's a Snoopy shirt though.
Oh, it's Snoopy on there.
Yeah,
wait. Is he the judge?
Fading into your own background, Robbie.
Yeah, we can't. Is Snoopy the judge, or is he the kid, or Toadvine? I've read it.
The Snoopy looks like Cat Williams from here.
He does look like Cat Williams.
Yeah.
More like Dog Williams.
I'm actually not that much of a McCormack head because he writes in a way.
You're more of a Big Mac head.
I am more of I'm Bernie Mac also. But when it comes to Cormac, he writes in a way that I've always liked. I feel confused on reading his books because he doesn't use like punctuation. So I'm just like, I don't know who's talking right now.
That was my thing. Is I found it very confusing around.
Yeah,
it was like the Alto Nights. I was like, I like the vibe, but I don't know what's happening. No Country is easy. Maybe because there's a movie, but No Country's an easy read.
The movie is much easier to read than the book.
Yeah, I find movies easy to read.
I bet. Yeah,
I mean, it also isn't as good because it doesn't have that ending that insists upon itself.
Right. Well, I mean, I guess like overall, I would say Blood Meridian is. I guess it's good. It's not like a fun book to read. It's not like by the end of it you go, "Wow."
I love on the gay. By the way, I love on the Lemaire shirt you sent, Josie. The fucking under it says, "Hey everybody, it's my first shirt by Lemaire Lee."
Yeah,
he is like a little kid sometimes.
All of Cormac
Bear.
I was gonna say, yeah, all of Cormac McCarthy's books are like that.
This might go hard in purple.
Doesn't use any punctuation. There's no quotation marks. There's no commas. I don't know what's going on. But he's dead now, and apparently, I guess he was like a pedophile or something. They're finding out he dated like a teenager.
Cormac McCarthy.
Like Seinfeld.
Sounds like McCarthyism.
Yeah. So. What was I gonna say? Oh,
Seinfeld dated a 17-year-old in New York that has a age of consent of 16.
Mm-hmm. Okay. See, this is what I'm talking about. Like,
I think it's 17. They call it Woody Allen's law.
Yeah, I'm not saying that there's no more.
I'm not going to say
there's a moral justification, but you throw
it is.
You know,
it's.
Women are autonomous individuals that are smart and intelligent, and they can make decisions for themselves.
Okay, but I was in Nicaragua. And
enough about Lemaire already. Is he coming out with some water?
The age of consent there is 12, if I'm not mistaken. Are we gonna say that the law of the land is the moral one?
No, I'm not. I'm an anarchist. I think the government makes shitty rules.
To Nicaragua.
What?
Yeah.
Nothing.
I mean, it does show it's kind of a cult. I mean, it's 16 in most of the world. Not that I date teenagers. Just want to let everyone know.
It's okay. How old is your Chat GPT set to?
What's that?
Oh, I do want to know, when you're talking to Chat GPT, do you have it responding to you in a female voice?
I don't talk to it. I use it as a chat bot.
You don't do like a Joaquin Phoenix?
No, I don't.
Yeah,
that would be next level set.
He was doing to her. Yeah.
I have heard that some do use AI as like AI girlfriends. So I don't know.
Why did Drew just say no woman is smart?
I don't know.
Because I said that women were could make decisions at 17, that they're intelligent
Whoa,
individuals
By the way, that's
that
the only
own their
time you
body.
hear-
It's
That's
their
the
body,
only
their
time you'll
choice.
hear Dave say women are intelligent is when he's discussing the age of consent. He's like, "Oh, they're smart."
Crazy.
Just because I treat
disgusting.
women equally in the comedic realm of the podcast, and I
The
don't
arena of
baby them,
ideas.
everybody thinks that I'm
You
the
have
meanie.
not asked anybody about their pussy other than me.
That is true.
You've not asked them one sexual question. It's
I know
just-
all about Dalton's penis size.
I also
his
like that you dress as a
butthole,
Taliban member
his
talking about how much you
itchy-
love women.
it-
You're like, I treat them equally.
all 20 of my wives, I treat them all equally.
My wife.
This one
My
says,
wife.
Robbie, give us a pussy update, and I would like to hear about it.
Oh, what do you want to know? My pussy's fine.
That's good. That's all I wanted to know.
I've been getting back out there. I've been
Pussy
dating a
is
little.
scary.
I've been going on a lot of first dates, and those are like brutal.
Have you 50 of them?
Well, yeah, but they're all with one girl. Get that?
Whoa.
Whoa.
That sounds like quite
You do, and then you do your Adam Sandler bit the whole
situation.
time.
With the conundrum.
Yeah. That would actually probably be the perfect relationship for Robbie.
Yeah,
because
a
you show up
50
to
first date
Sandler all night.
situation. I'll just say I'm Adam Sandler if she had 51st date syndrome.
Yeah.
We
I
gotta,
guess they would know what Adam Sandler looks like though if they had 51st date syndrome.
Yeah.
Oh, another plushie.
What is this? Is this a Pokemon?
Oh hell yeah, that
Oh,
guy.
no.
Who is that guy?
Bobby Kelly.
That's exactly
Is that a blowfish?
or yeah, it's Bobby
Bobfish.
Kelly.
It's Bobby Kelly.
Yeah.
Hey,
My
I
fish,
love-
dude.
I love cute shit.
Oh, we got one more song request. Folks, this is Corn-Fed Radio because this is $20. Shit, there was a $10 one. There's so many. There's so much.
Yeah, Robbie's third cousin had one song, and then
There's so much money in here. Someone, please keep them coming, folks. We'll do this because Michael Hall, friend of the show, $20, and then anyway, this Corn-Fed Radio. We'll do this, and then we might have to wrap it up because I'm cooking burgers.
At
I'm
one
making waffles.
I'm making waffles. Shred.
Is War Pigs about my ex-wife?
Yes. Okay, this is a cover.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. I leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The devil listen, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican radio.
This is fun.
I dial it in to the station and talk about the Iraq invasion. I understand just a little. No completely, it's a riddle. I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican radio. I wish I was in Tijuana, sipping back an ice cold caguama. I take requests on the telephone. I'm on a wavelength. I feel the hot wind on my shoulder. I dial it in from south of the border. I hear the talking on the DJ. They're trying to figure out what does he say. I'm on a Mexican radio.
Uh-oh. I'm frozen.
it's probably all that Italian ice you ate.
I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican radio. Radio, radio, radio.
Wow.
I like
Not,
that.
That
yeah,
was
not
fun.
too bad.
That is not as good as the original, but that was fun.
Yeah.
The original's hold on. My shit. I don't know what happened. My screen just blinked, and now on my thing, it's just a
Yeah, you're
black
frozen.
square.
And
then
Robbie's the Shaq in the general now.
hold on,
Yeah.
guys. Just talk. Give me
Josie,
one
I actually
second.
have a question.
Give me 1 second.
Okay.
What's up, hon?
Do you think Shaq and the General get along in real life? Like when
Yeah.
the cameras are off?
Look at how authentic that smile is. They're looking. That's the
But
look
maybe
of a friend.
But maybe I'm just saying, like, some guys are, they look friendly on camera, or there was a time when they were friendly, but as soon as the cameras are off, they just start bickering and fighting, like, Siskel and Ebert. And I'm really worried that's the case with Shaq and the General.
Okay, I will say this: there's a genuine gleam in Shaq's eye there, but
That's true.
could be that they had a romantic relationship at one point, and now
Ho.
rock, so it's like a nostalgic gleam. It could
Right.
be. I don't know.
Man, I just really hope they're friends in real life.
Is it still Shaq-a-Roni season?
No, it's no,
his
but it's
gummy
another
seasons.
Shaq season.
Shaq gummy season. They're all over my local
Oh yeah,
supermarket.
it's definitely Shaq Gummies season. Yeah.
Shaq is a mogul. He is a.
I love Shaq.
Me too. He's one of those guys who I've just loved since I was a kid, and they've held up as an adult. Like, he's just so funny.
I saw the video earlier today of when he is on, I think, Logan Paul's podcast, and he's talking about like when his experience with meeting gorillas, and he's like, every time I go to a zoo,
It's like looking into a mirror.
and I think about that, like it's one of those things that I can just
The gorillas. That was such a funny thing for him to say. Like, when I go to the zoo, they all recognize me.
Yeah, he pauses and he's like, you can laugh. It's okay. Yeah.
It's actually Shaq Boy Summer.
It's Shaq Boy Summer.
It's Shaq Boy Summer.
why is Amico not on this? He's also
Because he's on the Crowder Boys every Wednesday, 7 p.m. Eastern.
You have to go to that. This is the sister show. This is the satellite sister show.
This is the satellite sister show.
Yeah, and you gotta go to the main game to meet Crack on the Crowder Boys. That's the big leagues,
Mhm.
That's
Big League Chew.
that's the Legion of Skanks and you're on the Real Ass podcast right now.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Dude, people, by the way,
They did release a banger of a commercial this year, Shaq and the General. Yeah, they did. It was really good. I mean, it's a kind of on-screen chemistry that would really bum me out if they are mean to each other in real life. Please don't be mean to Shaq.
I just
And do
thought
you
of
think the Iran war is going to fuck up the General's schedule? Like, is he still going to be able to like film these commercials?
Is he going to be able to juggle auto insurance and war?
Yeah.
Well, they kind of go hand in hand,
Yeah.
That's true.
I just thought of something though, because you said big leagues, and I said big league chew. Does it seem like chewing gum is not as much of a thing as it used to be?
Oh, 1,000%.
Yeah, it was huge.
Now.
It peaked in like the 60s.
They used to have like, commercial like advertising campaigns where it was like
5
this is how
gum.
it feels to chew 5 gum.
Yeah.
And they were fucking J.J. Abrams movies.
I just keep occasionally looking at the chat, and this one just says, "Robbie, how's my ass taste?"
What? I don't know what that means. What
Oh
does that
my
mean?
God.
What the hell are you talking about?
Disgusting.
The hell? I come on here for free, and this. Please don't be mean to me.
So vile, even
Oh
to
my
even
God,
think of
so
such a
funny.
thing.
It is very funny, but I don't understand it.
Robbie, how my ass? It's just somebody. I thought they were asking Robbie how your ass tastes, Josie, but this is a fella asking Robbie how my ass tastes.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a Shaq quote. Yeah, right.
Oh, okay.
By the way, you know what else is a Shaq quote? Are you not entertained? He says that a
really?
lot. Yeah, he says that a lot.
That's not a Shaq quote.
No, I think he originally was the original.
He came up with it first, and then
Yeah.
Ridley Scott lifted
Yeah, they
it.
stole it from him. Yeah.
Did you ever see that cell phone he made out of his shoe?
No.
Oh, let me see if I can find that.
The only time I've seen Shaq recently is I did watch him and Shane in that when they met each other.
So what happened to chewing gum though? Like, because I haven't had any in a while.
I still get chewing gum when
I
I
see
play.
people.
It's big at the when I play
That's
poker
I
at
was
the
that's what I was
casino.
thinking.
We all get gum.
Everybody be vaping now. Everybody's on the geek bars. They're on the elf bars.
You don't want gum in your mouth while you vape because that's disgusting. But they get their oral fixation that way.
I've been vaping. I got this flavor's not that good though. It's the
can I present this video? It's only 42 seconds.
Blue Raz Ice. It's not as good as the Lemon Heads.
They're a good band.
Oh, this old school.
Yeah. Yeah, he right here. Flash right here. Hold on. Flash.
What up? What up? Hello. Yeah. What? Oh, yo, it worked for real, man. Yeah.
Whose idea was that, Shaq?
It's great. It's just a Nokia.
He just put a Nokia in it.
Yeah.
The best is the wire coming out of the shoe.
Yeah, the antenna.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Good for him.
That was the original AI, Allen Iverson.
Wow. That's fascinating. Yeah, it really makes you think.
Yeah, how could the general not like that guy?
That's a good. Yeah, I can't imagine that there's too much tension behind the scenes. I bet they are good friends.
Yeah,
Shaq seems
in
fun.
general.
Yeah.
All right, that's a relief. Shaq. Someone said Shaq on MSSP. He was on. Shane was on Shaq's show, so I'm sure.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. That's the only time I've seen Shaq recently is when him and Shane met.
I'm over here, big boy. Yeah. So, how are you so funny?
God damn, dude. Solana is almost back at. It's at $136. Brutal. Everybody's taking a beating.
Wait, Solana Dion. Hey, Bobby Kelly's back.
Bobby Kelly. He never left. He's here.
Why is he so sad?
Because they pulled him out of the depths of the sea, and then the pressure change really crushed his body and turned him into this.
Oh,
yeah,
poor Blobby Belly.
He was doing a spot at the Ocean Cellar.
Oh, Black Hole Sun. One of the best Young Gun moments is when we did that clip. Godfrey says he calls Shaq and does impressions with him, and we were like, "Can you call Shaq now?" And he called Shaq, and Lemaire was there, and he started waving to the phone before it was answered. So he was just waving at the idea of Shaq on the phone.
That's awesome.
Is that a plushie? Like, is the outside of that like velvety smooth material? Your stuffed animal.
It's like a crushed velvet.
Like a crush. Yeah,
Really
so it's soothing to like hold that and like rub on it.
I guess.
I'm just trying to understand the idea of a stuffed animal. That's all.
No, they're just.
What do you not get about it? What do you not understand?
They're cute and they're fun to hug and they're your friends. What's the problem?
They're just fun to have, I guess.
I mean, I can see like if it's got like a soft outer shell, how it'd be nice to like kind of grab like a pillow, then
Have
touch
you never
it.
felt a stuffed animal
like,
before? What do you mean?
Fun to hug.
Yeah, you've never seen
Where am
Ted?
I going to touch a stuffed animal?
Your youth? I don't know.
When you miss cuddling,
Yeah.
Whoa,
you could just go ahead and grab a big ass.
Robbie, honey.
Are you gonna make us all cry, Robbie?
Damn, dude.
Yeah.
That really only works for the bird, though. A lot of my others are small. There's nothing wrong with having a small plushie.
Look how big this thing is. I had to take it on the train with me.
That must have been a big claw machine.
Did you buy that or did you win that?
No, I won it on the boardwalk.
Nice.
I'm really good at darts.
You had to throw it at the balloons and pop them?
Yeah, and I'm really good at it. And I like really just lock in. I'll give the guy $40 and just go. And I did that and I won him.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fun.
I like
and then you get the
boardwalks.
memory. Now you got
That's why
the
they call
memory
you
of that
Paul
day
Dart
too.
Mall
That
Cop.
makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, I like going
I got
beach
I got
side.
Pikachu.
Oh, that's cute.
Shouldn't Josie be cuddling a seal plushie? Okay, well, I do have one of those, but before I get it, I need to know why.
I don't know why they're saying seal.
Is that a fat joke? Do I have a walrus body?
I don't know.
I don't think that's it. A seal. Kiss, maybe a kiss from a rose.
Kiss from a rose.
Okay, let's riff this out.
From Batman Forever?
Batman Forever.
Someone was telling me that wasn't
Josie,
Batman Forever.
Two-Face, the Riddler.
I'm like, why was it on the Batman Forever soundtrack?
It came out before that. It was it I don't think it was for the movie.
But why is Batman the music video?
Yeah, I think it was this. I think the single was released prior to the movie, but then when they made the movie for, I guess like they had a deal.
It's
I
a
don't know.
love theme from Batman Forever.
Yeah, it is like known as like a song from the Batman Forever soundtrack.
That's back when like soundtracks were a big deal, I think. So they wanted to get some big
Soundtracks are
pop
still,
artists
dude,
on there.
I've been bumping that.
Oh, whoa! It was in the Never-Ending Story 3 before Batman Forever.
Yeah, there you go. That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
By the way, that's bullshit. That story always ends. You can't have a Never-Ending Story Part 3.
That is true. It's like having like a Final Fantasy 7.
I didn't know there was 2 other ones.
Have you guys checked out the Space Jam soundtrack lately?
No, I did listen to the Reservoir Dogs soundtrack the other day, though.
I
tell you what, that
Space
fucking
Jam, I think has the most not non-musical. I think has the most songs made for the soundtrack that became hits. They had 6 singles. I Believe I Can Fly by Bobby Kelly. They have Everybody Get Up. They're trying to jam now. They got Hit 'Em High, the Monstars album. Fly Like an Eagle by Seal. For You I Will and Turn to You. That's 6 singles. How many soundtracks have singles? You know what I mean?
I don't
know. The band that did the Space Jam theme has another song called "Come On Ride the Train."
Mm-hmm.
That is one of my like pre-show songs that
Really?
I opened up for not to name drop, but I opened up for Big J one weekend, and he played that.
Let me pick that up for you.
Yeah, thank you. But
yeah,
he,
you don't want to drop that name. It's kind of heavy.
Yeah.
No, he's skinny now.
Yeah.
Oh, so he's medium-sized Jay Okerson?
He's regular Jay Okerson.
He's Ozempic head, big head Okerson.
But he played that song like all weekend. Dylan and he took it was like me, Dylan, and Mike Fenoya, and he took us all to get crabs. It was in Maryland.
Wow.
To get one of his weird sex things with his girlfriend. And then you all got crab. You all got crab.
I'm sorry that you had to hang out with Dylan.
No, Dylan, I love Dylan. And
he looks like
that song like on repeat.
Machine
for
Gun
half an
Kelly's
He
Danny
looks
DeVito of Twins.
He looks just like Matas Balias, that kid from the Chicago Bulls. Speaking of Michael Jordan.
What was I gonna say?
I've
been listening to that a lot of that the Irish folk song from the Sinner soundtrack. That's
the Ivy Wolk song.
The Ivy Wolk song, yeah. So that's a fun soundtrack song.
How's she doing? I haven't seen her.
Ivy Wolk?
Fish Tank's out too, and I haven't seen anything.
She's definitely ill from the woke mind virus.
She's very active on Instagram, and she recently had. It looks like she had a role in that movie Friendship with Tim Robinson.
She's in a ton of movies.
Oh no! Somebody said Pig J Okerson. That's so mean.
That's so mean.
They said Pig J.
How is that the first time I've ever heard that? Though?
Pig J Oinkerson.
Yeah.
Pig J Oinkerson.
And Skullfuck.
Wait. How is no one? Is that?
No,
That's the first time I've heard that. How has nobody gotten to that before?
I liked Blue Jay Okerson. Joe List said that.
Yeah, that's a fun one. Blue Jay Okerson's fun, but no, don't be mean.
Pig J
Oinkerson is.
Yeah.
I can't believe that should have.
Yeah,
that should have been a thing by now.
Yeah, we got to make some shirts of that and wear it front row.
Pig J Oinkerson is very good.
That's so mean.
Wolfgang asked Ivy Wolk what she's getting into tonight for me. When? What, Raphael? When did that happen?
Ivy Wolk's scary.
No, she's not Mario 64 scary. She just has the woke mind virus.
That is true. Yeah, she has the woke.
She was at the $1 Million Extreme premiere.
She doesn't see. Just has a unibrow, right? That's it.
Yeah.
I don't find that scary.
But with inflation, $1 million is not as extreme as it used to be.
Honestly, yeah, it was not. And and also Anthony Davis has a unibrow, and it's like his only signature thing. So I think the eyebrow might be good. It might be a branding play. Let's go branding.
Russell Brand.
Oh, Gav.
I'm Christian now.
Did you see that
in response
video of him hitchhiking? By the way,
wait, Raphael, what show though was? Or was it an Instagram? Did you DM Wolfgang out of the blue to ask out Ivy Woke for you?
I don't know.
How do you say that username?
Institus.
It's Institus said she is Dasha's friend, and that's a good point.
That is a good point.
I got to introduce somebody to the Rizzler, by the way.
Oh, what a treat!
Yeah, it was a
Dalton,
treat. And
Dalton introduced the Rizzler to me.
They really liked him. They were like, I've never heard of him. I'm like, you're in for a treat. And then they were like, he is super adorable.
He has universal. He has universal.
I'm a Rizzler
appeal.
fan, dude.
He looks like a cartoon fat guy.
He met DJ Khaled and he dressed up with him with a beard.
Yeah. He's also. I think they must be filming something because he's posting himself with Drewski right now.
Oh no.
Yeah. How many more years do you think the Rizzler?
I wonder what he charges for them to meet with him.
Did you? I guess his Twitter account might have gotten hacked. Oh, we just saw.
I did see that, but it got deleted. The meme coin. Yeah.
There was a brief. shot.
Dosh 0.0
just now on Josie.
Is Drewski a rapist? Damn.
What?
Josie, you showed a little bit of feet just now in the camera, and that's premium content.
Not my feet. I got them Fred Flintstone Johns.
You did. Trust me. There's some guys out there that would pay good money to take a gander at them. Even just that little bit of toe that just popped up into the
yeah, you could be the next Toe Rogan.
I love how everybody calls me the creep, and then somebody shows feet, and everybody goes crazy. You know,
Dave, that is fucking nothing compared to what you said.
Yeah,
that is nothing.
He asked me about my pussy.
It was in a medical,
and that also wasn't. That wasn't the time
situation.
I said the pussy thing wasn't the loudest. I said, Dave, oh no.
That's true.
We were having a medical discussion, guys. That's a different thing.
There is a playful dalliance you can have with women where you can, jovially.
Okay, please tell me.
Well, it's just like you do say things that feel like, I think that make women think like, not only does he want to like fuck me, I think he like wants to cut me up into pieces.
How would you know what women are feeling? That's my question.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I guess the
fact that the woman is agreeing with us on this, Dave, I think is probably the best.
Well, you guys will have your opinion. I'll have mine.
All right, fair enough.
Agree to disagree.
You know what? Détente.
Yeah. But
I forget that you young whippersnappers take life so seriously nowadays.
30 years old.
You know.
Whippersnappers.
Yeah.
You guys see how good white women are at the WNBA?
I did see that new girl doing the bikini dances after she stood up for Caitlin Clark.
Oh yeah,
and now she's going viral.
It's like if Draymond did like a model photo shoot after he punched Jordan Poole. Dalton reviews women's breasts, but the women
I haven't done that in a while.
It's not, and also, all the women seem to react very positively, to my complete surprise.
Yeah, there was I haven't done.
I think it's because you only gave good reviews. You never.
Yeah, they were all glowing reviews.
Glowing.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, to be honest with you, I've never seen a titty I didn't enjoy to some degree. So
right.
Man, I wish that I was more comfortable just sharing my pre-surgery photos, but I had titties that you would have been disappointed.
I'm a big fan of some droopies. So
they were bad.
Oh, that got glanced over, but you said you had a lift, right?
Yeah, I had. So when I lost the 70 pounds, you don't even lose that much tit, but like there was
skin sags.
It was awful. It was disgusting, really.
You were Brendan Stagalow.
Droopies.
It was more than just droopy. It was like I looked like an 80-year-old woman. And so then I paid a lot of money to fix it. And yeah, so it's good now. But the photo, like I look at the old photos sometimes of the night before the surgery, and I'm like, yo.
How invasive is that? Does it take a while to
Very.
heal from? Yeah, that must be scary.
It is you can't really move much for like 6 weeks. It's
Can't get motorboated for
no motorboated.
Get
for a
motorboated.
while.
Yeah.
That's cool. I mean, it's all about you feeling better about yourself. Whether it's
Top 5, one of the best decisions I've ever made in my life, and any woman that wants to get it done, I highly recommend it. It is worth all of the pain and all of the money that you're going to be putting into it.
I feel like a lift, that's a better move than implants.
Well, implants wouldn't have done anything because, like, it just like implants would have sat up there, but the rest of it would have still been like way down there. So, like, no, it was just a.
That would be funny to get droopy implants. Just rocking H cup right down your knee.
That would be cool. It just looks like socks filled with batteries.
Well, Big J's been talking about this online.
What an incredible visual! Very well done. This is why you should write a book.
I should write a book. I need to start reading books again, dude. I haven't read a book in a coon's age.
What'd you say about Big J? Dave?
Well, he's just been talking about he's thinking about pulling back on the Ozempic because if he gets too skinny, he'll have to get some skin removed.
Yeah.
And he would rather be fat and fit in his skin than lose the weight and then have the loose skin decision having to get it all cut off or whatever.
That's very invasive.
Because he was really, really big when he had the long hair.
Yeah, he was like over 300 pounds, I think.
Since he started Ozempic, he wasn't like that fat. He was just regular guy fat. The people with the big sag skin were like obese. They were
he was at one point, is what I'm saying. Like back in the day when he was like doing the bit where he's in the car with the hookers. I don't know if you've ever seen that sketch that they did.
Yeah.
No, I know he was super fat at one point, but he already lost.
Oh, I'm just seeing the femoid news.
Oh yeah. Oh, Dalton. Also, your book would be called Chud Meridian.
Oh yeah.
Do we want to introduce? We don't want to introduce somebody as pure as Josie to the evils of femoid. She's like a demon on the internet. She's better off not knowing about her existence. Demon. Yeah, she's a demon. I was better off in my life before I knew who she was.
Is this about a femoid started war with that girl who's going after classy Fred Blasser?
Man, that whole whatever's going on there, there's no heroes with any of that.
Yeah, it's a real Israel versus Iran.
There's no good guys in Gassy Fred Blassie, femoid, that other account.
It's I don't like fighting, right?
It's just so much BPD in public.
It's the most mentally ill women on the internet, all squabbling with each other, and just watching it from afar. It's like
I love it. I love it.
I'm rooting for none of these.
I love the tea.
This says land whales, femoids, and subhumans.
No, I don't think.
Do you know who Destiny is?
PHEMOIG.
Well, she changed her handle, so hold on, let me find.
Josie, do you know who Destiny is? The male guy with the blue hair that did like pundit stuff online.
Yeah, I've seen his stuff before.
It's his ex-girlfriend. That gives you an idea of
kinda, not really girlfriend.
Oh.
Yeah, like
they hooked up. She was like a character in the Destiny verse.
Gotcha.
Well, I thought they were in a polyamorous relationship together, and then she.
So right now, femoid is trying to prove to the internet that she did not suck her dog's dick. So something's happened, and that's where she is right now.
Okay.
If you've gotten to a point where you have to make announcements like that, there's got to be some smoke around that fire. Like, people don't just make those allegations and then you would try to defend them unless there's some sort of backstory.
Did you just ask who was Cat 2?
Yeah, someone said Cat 2 is greater than Josie.
Who?
Cat 2 was our guest. We just had
yeah, she was the one that did the speed dating last week in the crowd. She's also a internet personality, I think.
No, she's really not.
Yeah, she's kind of.
She's just a friend of mine.
Oh, she's a friend. Yeah. I thought,
here
did
we
she do
go.
stand up, or did she do stand up?
She does stand up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's a great little, just a little femoid post. Here we go. There she is.
Oh, she's
I
cute.
never know what she's gonna look like when you bring
She
her
looks
up.
so different.
She looks
from
different in
one-
every single photo.
Every
yeah.
there's no consist. Each photo looks different.
She looks
Yeah.
mentally healthy though.
She's not.
You think?
She's good at like convincing people for like 5 seconds she's normal, or just like smart.
Yeah.
She was on that roundtable show, Josie.
I would. By the
You should
way,
watch her episode.
I never had like too much beef with her. Like I was willing to let her.
I had a lot of
keep-
beef with my ex-wife. She was a bit of a cow.
I was willing to let her keep coming on and being a, whatever on the show.
What exactly was she doing?
I don't know.
Femoid.
But
Yeah.
she was
Avoid the
like,
noise.
she started just like being so mean to me.
And
that-
me.
Yeah, she was like the shit.
And I'm nice.
Is that where "Please Don't Be Mean to Me" started?
Maybe.
No, it started. I was on a Reddit, like a troll board for the NBA, and they were like, someone was like, "Sick observation, bro. Your observations are so on point." Like that Jonah Hill quote sarcastically, and I just responded, "Please don't be mean to me."
But yeah,
And I got like hundreds of upvotes. I was like, this might be the only way to deal with trolls on the internet.
She just started like the DM she was sending me. She was so mean that I was like, okay, I wish you the best, and then I just blocked her. I was like, I'm not gonna like invite this into my life anymore. I don't need somebody who has access.
She
to
does
me
seem like a bit of a vampire. Like she'll if she's in your life, she'll make it worse.
She kind of, yeah. I mean, even at a distance, she kind of made it worse. Like nobody liked her. She would come on here.
I like her. She follows me.
That's cool.
She's never in my algorithm, so I don't have to worry about her.
Yeah, she's kind of like faded into like there was a time when she was like a thing on the internet that people pay attention to, and now she's just desperately grasping at any sort of relevance. But the Femoid subreddit is pretty cool.
Has it taken on a life of its own?
It's just
Like-
people on there like posting, like sharing her posts and saying like just
Dumb bitch.
gossiping about
Got her.
her. Yeah. It's very
Yeah, I don't know
fun.
why people care. I don't even see Destiny anymore. I did block him on my other account when all that stuff was going on, but I don't even know if he's around anymore making videos.
Yeah. Destiny?
Yeah, wasn't he? He was like fighting with Dave Smith
Oh,
and all those guys
I
at
don't
one
know.
point.
These people, it's such a
Jordan
Oh yeah,
revolving
he hates
door.
Dave. He hates Dave Smith. Yeah.
It's such a
Yeah.
fucking revolving door with these people. There's the grifters come in and out.
Somehow
and some-
Hassan has hung on.
Yeah, Hassan is controlled opposition. I mean, I know he's like a big.
He's got Young
leftist.
Turks money.
All these fucking people are being probably funded by the same back channels.
Yeah.
so-
I mean, they all push like Russia. The West is bad. Like from both sides. Like
yeah. So
they never have anything bad to say about Russia ever. And I know the libs made it cringe to talk about it, but there is a lot of actual Russian propaganda on the internet and Twitter, and they all do
Russian-
it via these personalities.
Russian literature is really good.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Anna Karenina and
I'm trying to find the lit.
really, yeah, these days. It's
Yeah,
really
you don't
good.
know what the lit is? Can't find the lit.
It's the
Can't find the lit.
library.
Oh, okay. Oh, that okay. Thanks. I was trying to find it.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, I guess the chat was asking who Katu is again. Good question.
She's a friend of the show. She's on the latest episode of the Crowder Boys. So go
Yeah.
to that
No,
channel.
they watched the full episode and they're still
And-
wondering who she
Yeah.
is.
I asked the YouTube AI who she was on the Crowder Boys episode, so it's like watching the video and you can ask the AI, and the AI couldn't even figure it out. It just said somebody that has small feet. She might be an internet personality. She seems to be on this show and people are talking to her. So even after the whole episode, AI couldn't figure out who she was.
Well, at first I wanted to recreate Katu Kingdom Hearts with her and Lemaire, but Lemaire was busy.
Oh, Cocteau Kingdom Hearts was fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
Josie, you ever play Kingdom Hearts?
No, I only did computer games
She
and
plays Kingdom Darts.
Did you play the King's Quest stuff?
No.
When did you get into computer games? Like
Okay, I say computer games, and I mean like
Minesweeper?
I did Minesweeper, but also like I would play all the Nickelodeon games and all like CartoonNetwork.com games, and then There was something called
Penguin House or something like that.
Club
no, it wasn't
Penguin?
Club Penguin.
Club Random.
Something like Invaders. There was like an it was like
Oh, of the Lost Ark.
not quite. It was like space related.
Space Invaders.
Wasn't Space Invaders. It was like where you actually like. God, I wish I could remember this. And then there was one called Insanity. I don't know. It was a monster truck game. God, I wish.
Ooh.
That.
Were these on floppy
scary.
discs? Like, how did you get these on your computer?
CD-ROMs. I was a CD-ROM girl.
Oh,
yeah,
Dalton, that was good. You said monster. You said monster trucks, and Dalton goes, "That sounds scary." I do miss a lot of Dalton's little jokes like that. When I listen back, I'm like, "Damn, that was a very funny thing Dalton said that I didn't hear the first time."
I used to play those.
Monster Truck Rally. Yes, that's what it was.
Goblins, ghouls, zombies with no conscience.
Mummy Maze, was that one? I don't know. There was like a mummy that was trying to get me for a while.
Was it?
God, I have these flashbacks to my childhood.
Because there was I had a lot.
Yeah, you get along better with your dad than your mummy.
Ha ha ha! Yes.
I had a lot of when I was a kid. I had a lot of like CD-ROM computer games that were, I guess, supposed to be. They were geared toward children, and they were supposed to be like, I guess, educational.
Burger Time.
And there was one I played a lot. It was Where in Time is Carmen Sandiego.
Yeah, I played that.
Yeah, and it was like you would go to like ancient Egypt and then like Philadelphia.
Dude, that one came with this massive ass book. Is that the one you?
I can't remember. It was animated like a cartoon, and it was a point and click like adventure game. And you would travel through time, and you would go like ancient Egypt or like ancient China, or like the founding fathers. You go like
Assassin's Creed.
The one that I played was on Sega Genesis, and it came with a huge ass like encyclopedia that you could look up.
Oh no, I didn't know. The one I had was on the computer, and it was like a point and click adventure game, and it was like puzzles you had to solve, but it was also like to teach you history while you try to chase Carmen Sandiego. And you know what? We're gonna end on. We'll close with that.
Wait, I would just like to say my ideal night is a joint and Click. I smoke weed and watch Click by Adam Sandler.
We'll close with that. Robbie's third cousin requested War Pigs by Black Sabbath, so we're gonna watch the Carmen Sandiego theme song.
That is a troll request. Isn't that song like 10 minutes?
Yeah, but it's fitting for what's going on in the.
Because it was a group called Rockapella, and this is one of my no joke.
Rockapella.
I've watched this probably like 100 times. It's so mesmerizing. These
is it hypnotizing?
It's also hypnotizing. BYOB.
Oh, Dave, you like violent pornography, don't you?
Mm-hmm. She's like heroin. What else? Everybody
sucks.
Everybody.
Boy, we are really pushing Josie to her. I'll stick around.
We're gonna an hour and 20. I gave her an out. She said she wanted to stay and have fun.
We're gonna wrap it up.
So yeah,
we're gonna wrap it up with the Rockapella doing the "Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego" theme song, because this is like one of my favorite live performances I've ever seen.
When is Carmen San Francisco coming out?
I don't know. Hold on.
It is now 8 minutes before 9 o'clock. We've just seen in Denise Richardson's report, millions of young PBS viewers are learning about geography while trying to find out where in the world is Carmen Sandiego. As it happens, the search for Carmen will be
all the Dave Collier, whatever.
They're joining us now to sing Carmen's high-energy theme song, a cappella, rockapella.
2, 3,
Well, she sneaks around the world from Vegas to Carolina. She's singing her culture from Berlin down to Belize. Take you for a ride from China. Tell me where in the world is
Carmen Sandiego.
Stealing stolen from Korea, making naughty cook my uncle from there. Red Sea to Greenland, singing the blues. Well, they never rock songs. We come from a jungle.
is
Carmen Sandiego.
You go from
Dude, he's got a braided ponytail too.
to Zimbabwe, Chicago to Czechoslovakia and back. Well, she'll ransack Pakistan and run a scam in Scandinavia. Then she'll stick 'em up down under and go pickpocket Perth. She put the missing misdemeanor when she stole
This is some Tom Myers is probably in this.
in the world is
Carmen Sandiego.
tell me where in the world.
Oh, this
Tell me
getting
where
down.
can she be? Botswana,
David Spade is. These look like different David Spade. The guy in the middle and the guy on the right.
Ohio, oh, whoa,
That guy's.
Monday through Friday.
I thought that was Hellboy.
She flies around the globe, then she'll bring them happy nation. She's a double dealing diva with a taste for
And I wish I missed white culture.
Tell me where in the world is
Carmen Sandiego.
tell me where in the world is Carmen Sandiego. Tell me where in the world is Carmen Sandiego. Tell me where in the world is Carmen Sandiego. Tell me where in the world is Carmen Sandiego. Tell me where in the world is where can she be? Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego. Tell me where in the world is
Carmen Sandiego.
Watch your back.
I can't believe they took that
What
from
back?
us.
Dude, I love it. Dude, the guy that was hitting the bass, him mugging the camera is so perfect. I love that guy.
That guy was like
braided
an,
ponytail is
like an
great.
original wigger, the guy hitting the bass.
The dread mullet was crazy.
Oh, that is
Dude, the
perfect.
Bo Derek mullet.
That was like a jump scare when they revealed that.
Dude, that guy's awesome. That's what I do. I've watched that probably like a
Look,
100 times.
that was like music. Whose line is it anyway?
Yes.
Yeah. Dude,
Damn,
them
dude.
just practicing that over and over again.
Area tune.
Yeah, that's a very fun song. So, remember what they took from you. The world you were born into no longer exists. We don't have that anymore.
Chop suey.
Josie, you have any shows coming up or anything you want to promote before you go? I know it's
3 hours
half
in.
hours deep, but we did
Yeah.
at the start too. But there's a lot of people still here.
I
and you wanna
actually, it
go
does
follow
look
her.
like more people are in here than the start.
All
Yeah,
right,
there's a girl here, so a lot of people showed up.
Honestly, that is a time-filled formula. So yeah,
Josie, Josie, go ahead and do plugs.
60 people are watching.
of my social media is at Josie Marcellino, Josie Marcellino. It's late enough that I almost forgot how to spell my name there, which is embarrassing. I will be in Charlotte, North Carolina, July 11th and 12th. I'm opening up for Big J, so that should be super fun. And then I know I have other shows coming up, but I cannot remember them off the top of my head, but they will be on my social media. Also, tune in. Possibly, I may have a podcast launching on a very fun podcast network. We'll see. I'm doing the test episode on Wednesday. So if that goes well, then you may find it on a podcast network that you might be familiar with. Maybe not. But yeah, you can fuel up on that. And I will be doing some...
Plug in, fuel up.
Yeah.
I
Go over
may
to Twitter right now, guys, before the show's even over, and follow her on Twitter, and go over to Instagram and follow her on there before the show is over.
You really don't have to follow me on Twitter because Twitter is really like, it's just my fucking bathroom wall of thoughts.
You
Like,
want to see what she says, and then she deletes it in the morning. Yeah.
I tweet out the most obscene shit. You're much better off.
You have
following
a
me
good
on
Twitter. I like your
TikTok.
Twitter.
Okay.
Little
I'm
Goblin
glad you
Fellow
like-
loves your Twitter.
Wait a second.
I enjoyed responding to your fat guy tweet with Dalton with his glasses down.
And you know what? That didn't help me be able to tell you guys apart. I really, truly had no idea who anybody was.
Yeah, she doesn't know. She didn't
What
know
was
who we were.
hilarious is I went to go do the same thing as soon as I saw that tweet, and I went into the comments and was like, "Oh, Robbie's the GOAT. He's already got it done."
Oh,
I did want to say though, Josie, when you see Big J when you're on the road with him, at some point, can you let him know about Big J Oinkerson?
Yeah.
I am not going to say that to him.
Okay.
We're gonna get you a
Yeah.
T-shirt, and you can just wear it on tour with him.
If you see me out with Big J, say oink.
Anything else, Josie?
Huh?
Anything else?
Yeah, that's basically it. I'll be at Skankfest this year. And you can catch me on whatever fucking Manosphere podcast I end up on next week.
And you guys are going to probably see her in the Crowder Boys coming up too. So.
Yeah, I'll definitely be on the Crowder Boys. So, yeah.
Everybody loved you. I could tell in the chat. Thank you for coming.
I
We
hope
really
so.
appreciate it.
New Orleans Skankfest.
Oh yeah, I will be asking Lewis again to please book me for Skankfest. Yeah.
Yeah, Dalt. I mean, I'm driving down. I don't know. I know Crack's going to be there. I don't know if he's in the chat anymore. Lots of people in the chat are going to be there. We tried to get Dalton out of Parts Unknown to come as a.
I'll be there, dude,
fan.
with bells on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did every Skankfest up till last year, and
Well, folks,
dumb.
Please subscribe to the Patreons for this channel. The Patreon for this channel is patreon.com/cornfield with Dalton Pruitt. I got a new episode I'm going to upload there as soon as I record it.
Is
and
it
then
Cornfeld?
what?
Did you say Cornfeld?
It's corn.
Cornfeld.
You know what? It is.
What's the
Cornfeld.
deal with
It's now it's
corn?
Cornfeld. Now it is
What's
Cornfeld.
the deal with?
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, I'm. What's a who? You get it.
I'm gay.
I'm gay. It is getting late, so I was gonna try and riff out Cornfeld, but
Where's Sal?
Where's my co-host? What's you ever?
Oh,
people
and
think-
fun thing about Skankfest, since this episode was so pussy heavy, anyways, I did.
Sounds like my ex-wife.
I did agree that if I can't lose the weight by Skankfest, if I can't get down to 140 pounds by the pre-party, I will do the naked roast. That is what I'm.
Whoa!
I'm currently trying to bully myself into.
Man,
That's a good incentive.
I hate to disappoint everybody here, but you don't have to do that.
That's
You don't have to
I'm
humiliate
gonna
yourself.
do my best.
So everybody just keep tweeting cookies and
If you-
cakes at Josie every day when you wake up. Find a good picture of a cake, a slice of cake, and some cookies, and tweet it at her.
Buy the dip.
Please don't do that. I think it
I
would
always
be,
thought she was beautiful, Rubenesque.
it's quite honestly my worst fucking nightmare that I could imagine, like just being naked in
Right,
front
so
of a
you'll
room.
do
full
it.
of
Josie, you don't have to. There's so many women who do. There's so many fucking women who do that naked roast who don't want to do it.
She
And
is
I'm-
an adult, Dalton, and
their
she can make her
problem.
own,
I know, but
it's like-
decisions. Her body,
I
her
don't want to do it,
choice.
but it will, I think, help me to actually lose the weight. Like, I think that incentive of like, oh, I have to do the naked roast if I don't lose the weight may actually make me lose the weight. So,
Okay, because I was asked to do it one year to judge it, and I was like, "Do I have to be naked?" And Zach was like, "Yes," and I go, "No fucking way am I doing that."
yeah,
You
I
can-
can't.
Dude,
I
you
love
can
attention.
Even
I
be
want-
naked next to Zach, though.
I love getting attention. I love being the center of attention. Not that, but not to the point where I'm gonna like do something that makes me feel pain.
Yeah, but
being
sitting next to
naked
Zach,
is
you're gonna
my
look
worst
skinny and have a giant penis.
What is that
Yeah, it is
whistling
crazy
sound?
that Zach's penis is small. Is Zach's penis small or is he just so big?
Some people are saying that I'm going to Jamaica. I just got back from Jamaica. I went to Jamaica with my mom. It's not a Lewis thing.
You guys hear
Didn't
whistling
you hear,
sound?
Josie? She loves her father. They have a good relationship. They're going to do a podcast together.
Yeah.
My father.
Maybe it's my equipment. What's that sound I'm hearing? Okay. I don't know what that. I didn't pay for any of this equipment, so
Maybe you have an anal cyst that's growing teeth and hair and stuff, and
Maybe.
you're starting to have another break.
I'm just wondering if there's like feedback that's picking up because maybe I don't
My
know.
ex-wife always had a lot of feedback.
Patreon.com/cornfed with Dalton Pruitt and Patreon.com/the Crowder Boys.
By the way,
Subscribe to
I
one
don't
of
like
those at
Skankfest
least.
has a naked roast, but no regular roast battle show.
Yeah, they do. They have roast
They do?
masters. Yeah.
Oh, I forgot it's back. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. That's good. At least they have that back.
Can I just get a roast flavored roast?
My last Skankfest, I was like, I would have loved to roast battle again. They only had it 2 of the years I did it.
I would
they're
love
both-
to do roast masters. I
Hey,
love
Robbie, did you hear what I said?
What?
Can I just get a roast flavored roast?
Oh man,
Yeah.
See, that's what I'm trying to say.
They
you
did,
know,
they did the roast battle. It was a kind of a tough way to do it because they did it in the ring. one
Oh.
year. So they were outside, like
Yeah.
no roof, no laughter, and
That's
they
not good.
roasted in the
No.
ring outs, the Ellis Mania ring.
That's silly.
Yeah, it should be like-
Roast battle should be in like the smallest room possible. That's like the belly room at the Comedy Store is perfect.
Yeah, they were trying to
And
make it
Grove
like
34.
like in this corner and in this corner.
Oh my god!
And then have them come out to the middle of the ring and they roast the person
That's
in
me
the
in the corner.
So it was like a good idea, like visually, but it's really tough way to hear laughter and get feedback from the crowd in that situation.
Yeah, I agree. It's kind of a fun idea, but yeah, I would do it like wherever they're doing the naked roast. They should just do the regular roast too.
I heard that this year is rumor. This is all rumor. I have no insight, whatever. It's one large room with like that's going to be sectioned off. And then at the end of the night, they'll be able to open it up to one bigger room for the comedy jam. So everybody will be fit in one room for the comedy jam. At the
Oh,
end
you
of
know
the
what?
night.
Actually, this is true. This ties us all together. Shaq threw a festival during the Super Bowl. Apparently, Skankfest is at the venue Shaq had for his like
nice Shaq Fest.
So Shaq Fest was and Skankfest are in the same venue.
Speaking of rumors, we'll wrap up with this because this is like something a recent fascination.
Fleetwood Mac.
Yes. So I'm just a recent
more of a Fleetwood McDonald's.
Okay, Robbie. I don't even want to talk about it now.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to delete it.
Everybody can make sure to tweet McDonald's at Josie in the morning.
Something I've become fascinated with recently, and I've talked about this before, is pre Stevie Nicks, pre Lindsey Buckingham era of Fleetwood Mac.
Fliggin' Nicks.
So like you have everybody knows about Rumors and the dance and all the big like what they think of as Fleetwood Mac. There was like a full like over a decade prior to that. That was when it was Peter Green's Fleetwood Mac. And it was this guy Peter Green. So they started out as like just like a blues band. Like they were just trying to do like blues music.
Yeah.
And then like progressively, this guy Peter Green just started going crazier and crazier over the years, like losing his mind. So you can hear the band like as they evolve their sound. You can hear like how it's reflecting that he's like losing his mind, and it all kind of culminates in like really interesting music. And I think the last album they did with him was 1969. I think that was the last year he was in the band. It's like this really cool record that sounds nothing like what you think of as Fleetwood Mac.
Yeah,
then he finally like goes off the deep end and has to leave the band, and then they go looking and find Stevie Nicks and Lindsey Buckingham and like retool, and then they finally like break through as like the big arena band that they became. But all that stuff prior to like when they were all fucking each other and making Rumors is really interesting music.
Yeah, they were British, but Stevie Nicks and Lindsey Buckingham are from literally where I'm from.
Yeah,
they're. I think they even had a greatest hits album before.
They're from Afghanistan.
Fleetwood Mac released a lot of music before they actually broke through in the way we think of them. So like,
it's I had a contrarian friend who was like very like, oh no, I love the pre Stevie Nicks Fleetwood Mac stuff. And he played me something. It was cool.
Is this Nick Oldershaw?
that is a Nick Oldershaw ass opinion.
This sounds like Nick.
No, I mean, you know what? That's the story of so many great bands. Like the lead singer flames out, and then they find a new singer who's better. Like
Linkin Park.
No, don't get serious. No, like Pink Floyd, Fleetwood Mac, and Sublime with Rome.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, dude, Sublime with Rome.
I don't know anyone who doesn't like Rome.
I'm not making the claim that the Fleetwood Mac prior to Stevie Nicks and all that is better.
Mm-hmm.
It's just really interesting to listen through the years and be like, at first they're just like a very derivative blues band, like they're just copying black guys,
and they're fucking British.
Yeah, and then you can hear how this guy is like progressively his mental state is deteriorating, and it all culminates in this really cool record, and then he's gone, and then they have like a few years where they're trying to figure out what to do, and then they finally find Stevie Nicks and Lindsey Buckingham, and skyrocket from there.
Yeah. They went to my high school. They went to my high school, and I saw Stevie Nicks live once, and she shouted out my high school, and I was like, "Yeah!" I was like the only one who gave a fuck.
But I think we'll close with this. This is something to keep in mind. It's very important to remember. Sublime with Rome wasn't built in a day.
I saw that. I was about to call that.
So thanks for tuning in, everybody. Josie, thank you for.
I wish I could. I wish I would have seen them before they broke up. That's crazy. Rome seems so easy to work with.
So
I know nothing
Thank
about
you for
Fleetwood
having
Mac.
me.
Yeah,
Josie,
Yeah.
thank you for hanging out for this long. I wasn't thinking you were going to stick around this long, but it's been very nice. It's been a nice little
Yeah.
treat having you on.
Yeah,
welcome
you're great. You're
anytime.
great, Josie. I'm
Here,
a
come on,
Josie
Crowder
head.
Boys. You're one of the gang now.
Yay.
Yeah.
Folks, thanks for tuning in. Please
Aw.
subscribe to the Patreons and subscribe to Josie's. Follow her on Twitter and subscribe to her podcast when it comes out. Use promo code.
Go back and creep on all her old
Oh my
Instagram
God,
photos.
Dave,
And,
Don't do
and
that.
put
All right, good night,
hearts on 'em.
everybody.
And put
There'll be a
hearts on 'em.
promo code. So she'll have a promo.
The main
code.
thing I envy about being a girl is saying "yay." I wish I could say "yay" more and not talk about Kanye West.
Say it.
Yay!
Yay! All right, we gotta end this before Dave says any other. creepy
I'm not
things.
doing that. I'm telling them to go back and give
All
her
right, good night, everybody. I'm ending the
help.
stream.
Good night.
The show is ending.